Hey, how's it going, Larry? Is your mic on? I don't think
No, no,
so.
my mic was off. I'm sorry. It was.
No
I
need for
just I
apologies.
noticed it. But thank you, Robert, for telling me you can't hear me. Dan also brought it up. My mic was
Hey,
off.
Robert, what's going on?
Come on up, Robert. Join us. So
Oi, oh, look at that.
come on, come on. Who do you think is bolder, huh?
Ah, you're a handsome devil.
Well, for a devil maybe, but sure ain't for an angel.
There you go.
Oh man, I'll tell you. I'm sad it's Saturday in some ways because that means back to work tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Well, on the new schedule, that's what I work. I work Sunday through Thursday now,
Wow.
and but
Well, you got to do what you got to do. Sounds like an okay schedule,
it is.
right?
It's it's 3 to 11. So I get a sleep in instead of have to get up early. Mike, how you doing, man? We got Mac Daddy here as well. Hey, Mac Daddy.
Oh, they changed my name this week. I'm now
Uh,
I'm now the cheddar with the cheese.
The cheddar with the cheese.
uh but
Want to see some cheese?
We'll just call you Mr. Kraft.
Yeah, Jr. himself. Oh God, I
Mike
got
say Mike married to a beautiful woman is saying hi to everybody.
yes. Hello,
Hey, Mike.
everybody.
Mike, how's it going?
Now, Mike, come on up if you like. I got a face made for radio.
Is Mike camera shy? He's kind of a
I think
handsome
he's camera
dude,
shy. I think
He's
he's
a
camera
handsome
shy.
dude. No need to be
You got to be
camera
better looking
shy.
than me. Come on, my face is made for radio.
My,
Yeah.
I, I'm so ugly you could stick my face in dough and make gorilla cookies.
Mike wants to know how Junior is doing.
Junior's doing real good. He's real happy. I found him a gaming laptop online. It's like a $1,200 computer. I got it for $300.
Wow.
Junior's been running through the neighborhood spending money like you wouldn't believe.
Hmm.
Well, he thinks it grows on trees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like bananas.
Yeah,
He just reach up and grab my back daddy and say, "Here, give me another one, Dad."
yeah.
I know. I know. Well, he's not too bad. I do try and teach him some respect. He went out and earned some money. He had to give me $65 this weekend. But don't worry, he still owes me a ton. But what are you going to do? It's your son.
Well, that's true. You got to help take care of them. That's
Well,
until they can do it on their own.
we have a riding lawnmower, and he's been working on it since I bought it for him. I had to sell my other one because the heroin addicts fell in love with it. They're like, "Oh, that's a beautiful mower." It's like, "Yeah, that's out of here. I sold it," and so they couldn't steal it. And I bought him this little riding tractor, and he's been learning to work on things and work on it. But it needed all new blades and all new pulleys and stuff for the blades for the deck. So that
Yeah,
just cost me like $250. But he works on it and puts it together, and he's learning.
yeah.
I'm getting ready to go buy another car because I got to do something to make some money with this money. So I'm going to go buy a Volvo XC90 for like $2,000, and it needs brakes and exhaust work. I'll fix it and sell for like 35, 3,800. Make a few dollars.
Well, I think Mike, you might be wrong. I was thinking Mennonites had to have a full beard at least through here. They didn't have to necessarily have the mustache.
No mustache.
That's what I said. But
Mustache is
they do have to have the full beard, right?
they have
Not
the
just a chip.
full chin wrap usually, but no mustache. The
Yeah.
reason why no mustache, the Hessians, the German warriors, always wore a mustache. The Mennonites and Amish, being peaceful people like the Quakers, wear no mustache for that reason. And the
Okay.
beard means that you're taken, you're
Yeah,
married.
you're married. Yes, I knew the
Yeah,
beard. You grew a beard when you got married.
yeah, I got the beard and the mustache, but God, I'm not married.
So, yeah, but they wouldn't accept you then.
Well,
you broke
I'm
all
what
the
they
you broke all the rules. You got the
uh,
mustache, And
Well,
you
my
got a
da-
beard without being married. Come on, you're breaking all the rules.
my dad left the farm too, so he's Romstaden. And my grandparents were genuine Amish and Mennonite, but not practicing because my grandfather worked on the railroad.
All right.
He worked up in Summit Hill, Pennsylvania, where they originally discovered coal on the Lehigh Valley and Switchback Railroad, which eventually became the Pennsylvania Railroad, the original.
You saying
Which
Nixon
meant-
was a Quaker? I didn't know he was a Quaker.
Who?
Mike says Nixon was a Quaker.
Yeah, he was. Nixon
Well,
was.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Quaker is not Amish or Mennonite, though.
Well,
And
I
the
know,
Amish
but I
from
meant they're supposed to still be a peaceful people.
Yeah,
Quakers
he's
are.
from my neck of the woods, Whittier, California.
And the Amish are the Amish, but the Mennonites are very strict. And a lot of them don't still to this day drive cars. And I used to go out and buy puppies from them when my friend had the pet store. And I'd
Well-
go to their house. They don't even have a phone in their house. They got it on a pole out in the barn. So
I'm trying to think. Was it the quick? There's a group that moved from Pennsylvania to Indiana, Park County area mostly.
they're Mennonites.
Yeah, and they're. You might have seen it in one of my videos where there was a buggy coming at us. That's the part of the country they live in.
They live in they're down in Merlin too,
Yeah, but
in Earlville on the Eastern Shore.
now the reason why they moved to our area, and they did this years ago, might even been before I moved out here. What happened was, well, they whenever their son gets married, they split and give him some land. Well, they were starting to run out of land to do that with, so they took a whole bunch of cash and moved to Indiana and bought up a whole bunch of farmland and started doing that there.
Well, my family would never split and give land. They couldn't really do that, but they bought all the children. But my family got farms. My dad was not good to me. Even wrote me out of his will. But he never, my family never got farms. Neither did my father.
Yeah.
But the rest of the family got the farms handed down to them and things like that, or they were bought property.
Hey Tim, how you doing, sir? Tim saying hi to everybody. But yeah, like I said, that might have been maybe they were running out of land to buy. I couldn't tell. I just know they moved to Park County, Indiana, and bought up a whole bunch of farmland so they could have the the land to have their farms and pass down some land to their kids and bragging here. You know what that means? Bragging. He's fanning himself with cash.
Every one of them's $100 bill.
Now, you said you were closing on that this week,
Yes,
but you said last Saturday.
last Tuesday is when I closed. Tuesday of this week.
I couldn't remember which day, but I knew it was early in the week. But,
Yeah, I got to do a good thing. The people that bought my land, their property adjoined it, but their property's not as.
what's wrong?
I dropped it for a minute. My phone went dark.
Okay. Now, Dan, I got a question. Is Man Mimi recouping from that snake bite?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I said, is Man Mimi recouping from that snake bite?
Oh yeah, that was amazing how many views that got, wasn't it?
Was that a real snake?
I didn't say no.
That was she had something like 2.7K views.
Okay, I
On
didn't know
that
how many she got. I knew.
Snake bite gets them going.
She got bitten in the ass by a plastic snake, by a
Wow.
toy snake.
Yeah, a yellow plastic snake that kept his tongue out the whole time.
One of my girlfriend got bit by a trouser trout a few times.
Yeah. Hey, Junior, how you doing?
One president was Catholic, right? That would be Kennedy. Wasn't Kennedy the only one, Mike? Is this a trivia show, Mike?
Well,
As far as I know, Kennedy's the only. Well, at least he was the first Catholic. He may be the only Catholic.
no, Biden's a
Biden
Catholic.
is. Maybe
Biden
Biden's
is?
Catholic, yeah.
JFK
Well,
was the first.
you know, I like $100 bills, and $100 bills never had a president on them. Franklin's a statesman, never a president.
Yeah.
Eddie Beckett's in the house. Junior, what's up?
Oh, he tuned in on his. Eddie, how'd you get in here?
He got in here. He can get in. He's allowed.
Sec Pucci's here. Sec.
Zach Lucci, yes.
That's cool.
And Mike, Eddie's saying hi to you, in case you didn't notice it.
We're having a good time around here this week. Life is good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I got to get to the hospital. I got to go to my family practitioner and then down to the hospital on Monday for my legs.
The only thing I had to do this week, and I think I did that on Tuesday as well, was I had to go in and talk with the pharmacist. They upped my medication on the shot. They doubled the shot. And, well, that's all right because they're hoping that if this works, we can cut back on the glipizide. There's more side effect with the glipizide than the shot. And so hopefully it'll work. I got to watch what I eat. I haven't been doing a very good job with that, though.
I haven't either. She bought me stuff to make a salad a week ago and won't make me a salad. So it's like, why am I doing this now? The greens aren't even fresh. It's like ridiculous. I'm at war here. So I got a couple dollars in the door. Now all of a sudden the only thing we can do for dinner is takeout. I told her, get lost. Can't treat me like that. Oh, and then I had a war too today with my Filipino girlfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call her. She told me she thinks I have another woman. I said, no, I don't. I have somebody I live with. I always told you that my son's mother lives with me, but we're not together.
Why didn't you just tell her, are you okay with that?
Well, Dan, you bring out an important point. My son's mother lives in my house, but we're not together. I got a 4-bedroom home. She's got her own room and everything. And I've always been honest up front. I told her that from day one. But today she took an attitude on me. And I said, well, listen, if you don't believe me, then what do we got here? I can go. And she had an attitude. I said, okay, well, bye-bye. I'll see you later. I don't know. It's, the funny part is I was getting ready to send her a bunch of money. I had money laid out aside. I was just waiting to send her a Western Union. I'm not kidding either.
Now, Mac Daddy,
Mike so I'm single, girls.
Mike says, I think you look like a moonshiner. And then he goes, LOL, laughing out loud.
I am a moonshiner. Yes, I am.
I thought you were trying to get away from that.
Maple Mountain Mist, baby. I haven't, Larry, it's like you put it down, but if you ever need money, you can go right back.
There you go.
All I got to do is put a milk crate across the street from my home. Okay, an orange milk crate upside down with a couple jars under it. And they just got to be there, and they'll ride by and pick them up. Leave me the money. So,
you have a drive-through.
Well, it keeps me out of jail that way. I got a wood-covered bridge down the street too, which is famous in the Amish world forever. You go under the bridge, and between the pillars, you'll find mason jars of moonshine. The kind of funny thing, and they usually like a cigar box on the end to leave your $20 bill in.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, you don't usually get ripped off either. Those people were honest.
Now, Ed, Mac Daddy, Mike said she probably had a dream about you and your ex, so it was true.
Hey, it's what can I tell you? I think I deserve a lot for being perfectly straight up honest. No. And if that's not good enough, then I can't do better. That's all.
Oh yeah, I understand. But I understand what Mike's saying there too.
I made a bunch of phone calls this week. I'm going this week to get last week. I'm going to get my passport this week. I'm getting ready to come to the Philippines. I was telling Dan about it.
Yeah.
And I now am cash proper to do what I need to do.
Yeah. I got
And
my passport, but I don't have the wherewithal to go over there.
well,
I can
yeah,
come up with the money. That's not the problem. The problem is the
well, you got
vacation time I got. It's not enough time to make it worth going over. Plus, like I said with my mom, it's just I don't want to be
yeah,
gone that far away.
with your situation and stuff, you don't want to do it. I understand that.
Oh no, no,
And
I want to do it. I just can't see me doing it because of my situation.
well, my parents are gone, and I don't have a lot of
No, no,
situation
no.
other than my
I
son.
understand that. Like I
And
said,
I'm only going to go for like a month, if
I,
that, 3
yeah.
weeks.
If I was positive, if I went for a month, then she'd still be alive when I got back. I'd go in
But
a heartbeat. But
here's the other situation. I'm going to jump off and go over there for a month, but I don't know what I'm going to do now.
no,
They're a dime a dozen over there. I understand that. I'd like to go meet somebody, but I don't even know where I'm at here. She's probably going to come. My guess is she's going to be back at me within 48 hours, saying, I love you, honey, and that's fine too.
no,
But I don't want to. I don't want her playing games with me. Stop messing around my heart.
no. And I have to agree with Dan here. He just sent a message to your son saying, "We're good, Eddie. I miss Chris and Sabu days, my friend, and I do
We
too."
we we all miss Kristen Sabu, and you know, my son is a great guy. He always enjoyed that channel. And Chris don't even talk to us anymore, though. I can't even send him an email. And I was getting ready to say before got off the subject a little bit. Dan's the one here that convinced me that I can come to the Philippines a lot cheaper than I know,
Yeah.
because I know what Dan and Minnie are spending to be there a month. And that told me that I don't need to walk in the door with $5,000, $6,000.
No, 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 not unless you were planning on moving there. If you're just going for a month, heck no. If you're planning on moving there, yeah, you'd want the 5 or 6 so you can set yourself up.
Well, I'm used to going to St. Thomas or St. Croix or
Yeah, yeah,
Mexico.
yeah.
Even Mexico's not as cheap as it used to be. And
That's true. That's
I'm
way true. It's getting expensive.
well, I used to go to Cancun, and the one time I went, I met this guy who lived there, and I went to his house for dinner and stuff and brought dinner. And it was kind of funny. He's like, he didn't have electric or anything, so we got out of there as soon as it started to get dark. But
And to tell you the truth, I bought this. This is a setup that I bought. Now, I didn't have the camera. I had to buy the camera separate. And it didn't have speakers, so I bought them separate. And then later on, I bought the mic. This is a Hewlett Packard. It's a solid state drive. I couldn't tell you anything else about it. I don't remember. I've had it for a few years, but it works quite well for what I want.
I was
And
looking at mics online with the arm, similar to what you got. I won't say it's the same because I don't know.
it's a boom. They call them booms.
Okay, the boom, the arm. Okay, $35 with the mic online, and then I bought these little clip mics that I could wear on my lapel for $7. Because
Yeah.
Chris, that's what he always had. So you don't need much more.
No,
So
no. If you bought a boom mic with a boom with a mic, then did you buy it used at that price?
no, that was on Amazon with the boom and all.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Mike's right about that. The ticket prices are going down. I mean,
Oh yeah, flights are going down. And
yeah, they're
earlier you
going
buy
down.
them,
People aren't flying. I'm telling you, it's hitting us. It's hitting us.
yeah.
Well, everything's getting hit. Used car prices are in a free fall right now here.
Yeah, they also are. Yeah, that's what I was reading.
Well,
I mean,
they were way too high for a while though. So
everything was way too high. But the repo, it's not because the dealers are selling cars. It's because the repos are through the roof. First
believe it.
Union, Wells Fargo. You go to the auctions. That's all there is stacks and stacks of. They look like the college kids all went out and bought race cars, and they all got
Hey,
popped
Jerry.
and sent to the auction.
How you doing, Jerry? Come on up, man.
You can buy
Hey,
all the
this is
Dodge
really-
Challengers. Chargers.
You know another thing that's kind of bugging me, and
What?
maybe you can help me out with this. So, in going back to California, I started looking at renting a car. Forget about it. The car rentals are crazy. They're nuts.
They used to be
And so, I mean,
$79 a week.
it's $1,000. It's $1,000 for the 2-week trip.
Dan,
Thousand
just
that
buy a beater.
Insurance instructions $1,500. You could buy a clunker for that and drive that around.
Can I tell you what to buy?
What a Volvo?
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but the Volvo is a good choice. But I was
No, it is. I already know. Hey, I love the car. I love the station wagon.
See, yeah, that's what I got, a V70 wagon, and an XC90 is like a bigger
There's
one.
no better car built. I'm telling you. There's no better car in the world than that V70 wagon.
I was going to tell you to buy a 4-cylinder Toyota Camry. They're pretty good too.
Now, hey, Mac Daddy.
Yo,
Mike just
I might be able to borrow
buys
a car from my friend. That's right. I got a friend.
To Philippines in October. It's $1,200, and that's CD return. So I'm guessing it's with the return $1,200.
what's that?
A flight to the Philippines in October. What Mike just said.
CD return. What's CD return mean?
Maybe it's Canadian. I don't know.
Oh, because I know that they're advertising them here online, round trip, $635. Now, of
Yeah,
course,
man, Minnie and I, we paid $750 per ticket on Starlight.
LV.
LV.
How you doing, LV?
Dan, that's where I was going. I was going to say that it's about $750 when you get into the website and start looking, and that's out of LaGuardia in New York, because I'm on the East Coast, not the West Coast. And if I want to go West Coast, it's about $150 more. But I don't think I need to fly to LA to jump off. I was going to fly out of LaGuardia because I can go stay with my brother overnight. $150 to take the train into Philly, or $300 to fly, and then I can get on the train the next, like stay with my friends or brother overnight, and then get on the train or the limousine the next morning, and they'll take me to LaGuardia. Now I may be there 8 hours early, so I'll sit in the bar and have lunch and, check in early and lounge. Because the flights are usually like 12 o'clock, 1 a.m., and they fly you overnight. And you're 27 hours in the air. You're 24 hours in the Incheon. You got a little bit of a layover, and then you're a 3-hour flight into Cebu or Manila, depending on where you go. And then I figured I would take the ocean jet to Bohol and see my thought to be significant other, but she's got this jealousy thing going. What is it with these Filipino women and jealousy? My goodness. And then I'm getting
Part of
Tiempo.
it, dude. That's part of the package.
Yeah,
Now,
did
you see what LV wrote?
What?
LV wrote, "Good morning, Sir Larry. Sir Dan. Sir Ed, and to everyone."
I saw it's pretty funny.
Because he started the LV.
LV. Hey, you're number one.
He started the LV thing. I just joined him on it.
LV cracks me up. Oh my gosh.
Well, the only thing I can say is, ladies, I may be back on the market.
Oh, it'll work out.
I don't know.
It'll work out.
Maybe I'm getting what do they call that? Tiempo?
Tempo.
Oh yeah,
And Ellie said,
it's interesting. Minnie didn't. She doesn't do that. She didn't do that.
Thank
I think
God.
it might have had something to do with me. Get the fuck out of my house. You do that ever again, I swear to God. Get the fuck out. Hit the road.
Now, Ellie says this to you.
No, that didn't
Ellie says
happen.
this,
I'm just kidding.
jealousy is Filipinas. Filipinas is jealousy. So she just
She
said
never did that. Minnie never did that.
Well, I'm even going to shave the beard and all, ladies. I'm just sitting at home like this because I haven't been feeling good this week. But
Hey, Mike's right about that. Latino. There's a lot of similarities, of course. There's,
it's that hot blood,
culturally
man.
connected. I think Latino women very jealous.
Caliente.
Yeah, except they'll cut
Fuego.
they'll cut your they'll cut your thing off while you're sleeping.
Well,
That's
now
all of
where
that.
was Lorraine Bobbitt from? She did
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, well, oh,
So
did
it's
you hear about that?
not just Latin women. Oh, come on! Every man in the United States heard about that one.
Yeah, but didn't you
Every
hear
man
about
went,
that?
ooh.
They were riding down the road when she did it, and she threw it out the window.
I
The
thought he
car
was
behind
sleeping.
him,
She did.
the car behind him said the guy driving said, "Oh my God, what was that?" The girl said, "I don't know, but he sure had a big pecker." They thought it was a bug on the windshield.
Ah,
Well, I heard she actually threw it, like you said, driving down the road, threw it out the window. But I heard she did it while he was sleeping, and then drove down the road and threw it out.
Imagine the car that was behind her and it hit the windshield. Damn, that bug had a big one. Oh God. No,
oh
Chris,
my
you're
I
on
don't
goodness
need
computer
that
here,
gracious.
either.
Mike.
I'm a good old boy, man. I treat them good.
Elvie, why don't you come up here? You're set up. This is turning into a sausage fest. You need to come on up here, Elvie.
Yeah, it's a pickle party.
It's a pickle party.
We can
You're
do
more
Come
than
on
welcome,
up here,
LB. I know
LB.
you got good English.
Show Mike
English
what
is
you
quite
got.
well.
Hey, Dan, we're set
Show us
up to
what
do
you
the
got,
circle
LB.
jerk.
And this way, Michael gets to see your face. But
Mike, you
most of the
love
time when she does a
tempo,
live
huh?
stream,
Gives
she's
you
not
time.
on camera.
Well, see, that's what the problem with it. If a Filipino is married to a Westerner, the Westerner is like, no big deal. You know, she's, you know, she just tampo on you. That's actually a good thing.
Yeah. You got
Really
some peace
allows
and
you to
quiet.
walk out the house without feeling guilty.
Well, it allows you to sit in the house and not be yelled at.
Okay, honey. Well, you have your little fit. I'll be down at the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll know where to find me. I'll be in the neighbor's house.
Yeah, since you don't mind, I'll be back in a few hours.
Elvis says it gets worse if you don't care
Wow.
about the tampo.
Charcoal, yummy. Charcoal chicken. Are you gonna go? Are you gonna do chicken? You're gonna do barbecue pig? Yeah.
I would just ask her to have the tampo when the football game's on so I can watch the game in peace.
How come Dan, you're there in the Philippines? Maybe you can help me out with this one. How come the Filipinos don't do like Southern style slow roasted pork?
Damn, is that ever a good question? But they Southern style.
You know what I mean? Slow roast it with like the ketchup
Well,
vinegar sauce and
they do. That's how they get the lechon, baboy. That's how they get the roasted pig.
damn it, they don't like smother it in barbecue sauce or brown sugar and
Well,
you
you
know.
use that
No, they
later.
don't do all that. I love that. As a matter of fact, it is rather strange since you brought it up that they're not selling hams
Hey, Charmaine, how you
in
doing?
the store. It's so weird, it's so strange.
Yeah, like you think they would like, the barbecue places I go to, they got these like big poles with hooks on them, and
Yeah,
they throw all the front shoulders on the hooks, and then
Yeah.
roll it into the smoker for like 6 hours,
right.
and it comes out like heaven. It
I
falls
know
like
they don't do that here. I
bones.
mean, you can't even get a pulled pork sandwich. I mean, that's amazing, ain't it? There's no
That's
such
what I'm
thing.
saying. What is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. It's just kind of like,
What you need to do is go over there, get your good Filipino, open up a restaurant, and in a fairly large city because you want a lot of expats, especially at first, and do that Southern fried barbecue, and then
Memphis
Yeah.
barbecue, yeah.
yeah,
Or
Well,
Carol,
we'll
well,
get
that's
used
the
to it,
other
you'll get more.
thing. There's different. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Larry. I'm sorry, but there's North Carolina style with the vinegar sauce and the coleslaw. Then there's Memphis style with the like traditional, like paint on ketchup barbecue sauce. Then there's Texas style with the rub. Barbecue is very different in different parts of this country. So I can understand the Philippines having their own, but they
Bye,
don't
Eddie.
seem to have their own.
Yeah, there's a story there. I went into an El Pollo Loco at Mall of Asia, expecting to get the same chicken that you get in the States, and it was not the same. Hey, Tim, you're right there. You're right there where the action is. You're right there at Clark. The cheapest rate going right now is Clark through Dubai to the West Coast. If you're in Clark, you got it made, man, because it's going to be cheaper to fly through Clark through Dubai than it would be to go Manila to LA or Manila. Yeah, whatever it is, it's cheaper. I
It
saw
would sell
that.
there, Mike. Mike says he wants to open up a fry truck and do poutine in Dumaguete.
And Dumaguete,
I think it's large enough there that they can do that.
every time I think about visiting Dumaguete, I get the creepies,
Why's that?
It's just there's just listen, you think there's drama down there, there's drama up here too. The expats, it's not the Filipinos that'll get you. It's the expats that are going to do you in up here.
Why?
You think that they would be close, but they are.
Hey,
They're very.
ABCM.
What's it called? You got groupies.
Uh,
A lot of them are jealous of each other.
That's the conclusion I'm trying to. That we're. Minnie and I, we were talking about it early this morning. We were saying, man, what the hell is going on? I said, I think I know. It's just that getting the words out of my mouth might sound a little bit weird, but the only thing I could figure is that they got nothing better to do, and so they're they start pointing fingers at people for doing silly, stupid stuff that doesn't make any difference to anybody.
Well, like
I
I
don't
said,
know.
I think they're trying to build their channel up by tearing down another one.
I'm not sure what's going on, but it's unsettling to say the least.
Well, if it's that way when I get there, I'll just quit vlogging. I don't do this for money.
Yeah, I said the same thing, and I'm starting to think about maybe that I have to concentrate. I said it before, that live streaming is way better and safer than going out there and doing videos. And I'm
Yeah.
having so much fun doing those short videos, playing with the toys that I can't see myself ever giving that up. I'm having
Oh.
too much fun.
Yeah.
Every day, Minnie and I we're coming up with new ideas, and then we're throwing it out there to see what works and what doesn't. But man, you start getting 2,000 and 3,000 views per video for 16 seconds. That's pretty good.
sure it is.
Yeah.
And I
I mean,
plan
it's very
on.
satisfying. You saw the Coca-Cola one we did, Larry. Did you see that one?
I haven't got to that one.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that Coca-Cola one. I mean, who would guess that pouring a glass
Filipinos
of
go with Coke.
yeah,
I just stopped and think. Yeah, I seen that one.
yeah, that
Mama Gina, how you doing, Mama Gina?
yeah. So
Did you
anyways,
see Larry's latest video with the Bistro grocery store? That was pretty good.
Tim is saying, Dan,
How
business
much
class
are
round trip is
Sharpies going?
280,000 pesos. It's a 38-hour trip one way. In business class, you wouldn't even feel it. 38 hours. Bring me another champagne, please. Another glass of champagne.
Well, what's business class like as opposed to? Is that what they used to call first class?
Yeah, now they're calling it business, but most airlines are eliminating business or first class, and they're going with their business class. They're promoting their business class.
Putting a few more seats in or something?
Yeah, to get more seats in. Yeah,
I got you. How much extra does it cost to fly business class?
a lot. It's usually double for each class you move up. So
Oh,
if it's
wow.
$1,000 or if it's $1,000 for economy, it would be $2,000 for premium economy and $4,000 for business class.
Well,
Oh, wow.
according to Tim, he said it's over $5,000 for the I'm assuming he's talking about the business class.
Well, if he's talking flying Emirates, it's worth every penny. That's all I got to say. It's worth every penny of $5,000. The way they pamper you.
Why? What do they got? Little cha-cha girls coming by doing the cha-cha?
Well, they're certainly taking care of you. I can tell you that.
Little rubs, huh?
Yeah, there are a lot of YouTube videos that show Emirates on their business class
I'll have to go have a
flights
look.
to Dubai. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I enjoy watching them. You wouldn't think that you'd enjoy watching somebody get pampered on a business class flight, but I guess I'm just a dreamer, and so I like looking at those videos.
Just dream.
Dream on, Dan, dream on.
I know I flew from Philadelphia to Tennessee one time in first class, and I got on. They knew my name. I sat down. They served me food, and it was unlike the rest of the whole aircraft.
I've never flown first class, but I have flown business class back when business class was actually business class.
Guys, I'm sorry for interrupting. Mike, he's making a brilliant point here, Here's the whole thing, Mike. Here's what's frustrating, right? So me being one of the only liberals, it would seem, in the Philippines, right? I go in there and what do I hear under people's breath? Oh, the liberal is coming. I have actually more of a moderate belief system politically, but these guys in there, they will sit there behind their cup of coffee and talk about how they have to go. Their day involves visiting 4 or 5 different girlfriends, testing them out to see which one they'd like, and then they'll come back in and say that they're the most conservative person in the entire place. I mean, cut me a break when you try and point out to them that no, that isn't exactly the definition of conservatism that I remember.
I used to know a kosher guy like that, and him and his wife were like the ultimate kosher, ascetic people. They were all like conservative, and he's out watching go-go's and naked women dance 3-4 nights a week, chasing them around, and it's like, cut me a break, It's
Thank you. Cut me a break. Be true to yourself, people. Be true to yourself.
And
I gotta support my conservative brothers. Yes, some of them are downright idiots. They truly are. But that's the ones I have trouble with that go out and see the strippers, the hookers, are the ones that try to claim that they're religious conservative.
Well, I like the ones that
between conservative and religious conservative.
The ones that get me are the ones that like cheated on all 3 of their wives, been convicted of rape, say things like just grab them by the and all that, and then they want to run for president.
Of course, that's not of course, Larry. That's not the majority of conservatives. Come on, cut me a break. Those are just the guys that live here in Bye City, and evidently Dumageddon, who say who want to tell me
there's a lot of those idiots. There really is.
They always want to tell me how conservative they are, and next thing you know, they're talking about how many women they've slept with.
Well, that's the other thing. I've never been one to have like multiple girlfriends running around. Part of the reason is because I ain't got time for it. I mean,
I may have time for it. I don't have the money for it. And I don't have the patience for it.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't have the patience, and I might be even able to afford it sometimes, but it was never my thing.
Oh, it's not.
Because I wouldn't want somebody doing that to me.
I believe in dating one woman at a time. Now you can go out with more than one, but if you're physically involved with one, that should be the only one you're with.
I believe in.
Hey, Tim is saying something about that layover in Dubai. The best part of it is the layover in business class lounge. Exactly. I said, once you go business class on Emirates, they tell me you never go back. You never go back to flying in any other class. I believe it.
Well, I guess if you can afford that.
You have to save your money. One trip every 10 years.
Oh, man, I don't
That's
know
how
if I can
long.
afford that.
That's how long it would take me to save up.
He said, I don't know about that. That might be a little ambitious. 1 every 10.
Yeah. Yeah,
Once in a
because when me
lifetime,
and
maybe.
if it weren't for that lump sum payout, a couple of them that we got at retirement, I've been saving my vacation pay up, and then I was able to collect it up tax free, and by putting it in to my 457k, transferring it directly without touching the check. Well, then I
Mike,
turned around and I was able to borrow against it at 3% or 2.5%. It was a neat trick. Once it got in there tax free, I went and borrowed against it like 2.5 or 3%, and then we took the money and we bought those business class tickets on Philippine Airlines.
now, Mike, I do have a slight draw, but it is very slight. A Southerner would tell you I'm not a Southerner. It's not enough of a draw for that. But if you go to Southern Illinois, Southern Indiana, Southern Ohio, those areas there, we all have a slight Southern draw. I'm from Southern Indiana. But like I said, it's nothing like Kentucky. It's nothing like Tennessee or Georgia.
We
I
know
got an
Indiana
East Coast
in the
accent.
South is way different than the North, right, Larry?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Yeah, it's way different.
Well, like I said, some people say, "Are you from the South?" But no, because the draw dies right around Indianapolis. Because it bleeds over from state to state. It doesn't say, "Well, we stop right at the state line." So I do have a slight Southern draw, or a slight draw, whatever you want to call it. But like I said, somebody from the South will tell you, "Oh no, he's not from the South."
I had the Philadelphia accent, and boy, does it stand out here.
Yeah.
I
Well,
open up
Mike,
my
no
mouth,
need
they
to-
know I'm
Mike.
not from the hood.
Mike, that last comment, no need to apologize to us, bro. There's still plenty of life left.
Yeah, Mike, we're sorry. You just
Yeah,
gotta
there's
step
no
up your
need to
game, man.
apologize,
Step
not
up
to
your
me.
game. Come on, Mike, step up your game.
Yeah, exactly.
You're really letting down the Canadians up there, buddy.
What are you about ready to change sides on us, Mike?
He's about ready to become religious conservative.
That's what
man.
I'm thinking. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking, Larry.
He's gonna be one of them mega idiots.
Hilarious.
Those megas are idiots. And like I said, I'm a conservative, but I'm not a religious conservative.
You're not the Southern Baptist.
What is this? True Confessions?
Like I said, I do have some liberal leanings, but
You're not getting me to confess anything on this live.
hey, I'm single. I can confess to anything I want. Who's going to hold it against me? I'm not.
I
dating
don't know
anybody.
what to do myself. I'm kind of lost.
Well, give it a week, man. We'll know better next Saturday. Now, next Saturday I probably may not be on as long. I mean, a friend of mine's going to California. I'm going to watch their place. I don't know what days or how long, because they got somebody else to watch it some of the days. So hopefully they'll be watching it Saturday night. If not, I'll still do my live stream. It won't be we'll go till whenever. We'll have to quit around 9, maybe 10 o'clock, something like that. So we can still go a couple hours. It just, that 1 week we went over almost 4.5 hours. So I won't be able to do that if I'm there on Saturday night. But
Still miss
Tim, those were very small nightstands. I'm guessing.
I'm still missing my brother Leonard.
yeah,
Yeah. Every once in a while, I think about him. We barely were getting to know Leonard, really.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I would talk to him every day, and like we were thick, but oh god, you don't know what you got till it's gone.
All right. So Mike is actually a religious conservative, but a fiscal liberal.
Well, see, here's the whole thing. You can never make a mistake if you do it his way.
Well,
you You can never go wrong if you do it the way Mike handles it. So there you go.
I don't know about that because if you pick the wrong woman and
Yeah.
stay with her, that could still be the wrong way to go. It just
Yeah.
it's a lifetime of it.
Can I let you in on a secret? I usually let the women pick me.
Well, they do in the Philippines. I'm telling you, they do. That's the way it works there. They generally pick you. You don't necessarily pick them.
I mean, and it's like I can't tell you how many times I'd be sitting at a bar and they walk up to me. I just broke up with my boyfriend. Can you take me home? Sure, honey. Hang out. You want to slow dance?
Well, that happens 3 or 4 times just when you're taking your evening walk and do Maggette on the boulevard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but are those the women you want to be with, Dan?
Hey, do you remember that line that Gio said? You know, remember what Gio he said it again in a recent video, didn't he? It was like there's a saying in Do Maggette that how you find a girlfriend is you have to wait your turn.
That's funny.
He says you have to wait your turn.
I'm not much for waiting, so I'll just go somewhere else.
Yeah, Do
Well,
Maggette is. Yeah,
I got a 4-letter word for that one, Dan.
Yeah.
Next.
Next, please.
Well, that's what the barber says.
Well, you know what it is though. I gotta confess to this. When I'm single, I'm always interviewing new talent. It's just a nice show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you'll have fun when you get here. You may abandon the whole idea of wanting to get married and be in a permanent relationship after you get here.
Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Bye.
Junior's borrowing my wallet.
Yeah.
Is it
I
the
don't know
wallet
about
he's
that,
borrowing
Mike,
or
that-
some of the money that's in it?
I'm not sure about that. If it was me, you know what? But when I go back and I look at Chris and Sabu's older videos, they were very dynamic. I mean, Chris was the thing at one time. He was a big. He said, remember him saying that he never wanted to be a big channel,
Yeah.
but yet
He
you
was.
go back, he's got videos in there that got 600K views. You know, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. That's
Well,
friggin'
his live
amazing.
streams would have 100 or more people. Almost every live stream would
And
was
when he was-
live. And then
his
there were
walk
people going to
around-
watch it later.
His walk around videos in Cebu
Yeah,
were
that's his
nothing
live
that
stream.
special. He just took you different places.
Well, a lot of times he went to the same place, but you saw
Yeah, well,
different
that
things.
too. But I mean, like he would go like by the same hotel. Once in a while, in to have breakfast, over to 7-Eleven, by the hospital, walking around, showed you how to use an ATM in the Philippines. I mean, just simple things. And Dan, that's what you got to learn a little bit out of it. And I'm not saying this to criticize you in any way, don't get me wrong. But Larry's videos a lot of times are the simple things in America, and you could do a lot of little simple things in the Philippines. Like some of your going out to dinner videos are good. Or like when you walk around the mall, show us like Kenny Rogers
I
chicken.
think, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm almost sure that's the direction that's the future of the channel. After this whole thing, going in there and they're saying, hey, you need my permission to videotape me. Bro, dude, you posed for the camera. You see me walking in here with the camera with the light on. This is the first time you've ever told me you don't want to be in the video.
And this is promotion for their business. Like if you go to Shakey's
Oh,
Pizza.
no, it wasn't the business that complained.
Oh.
It was an expat.
Expat. There's no Filipino that ever came up to me saying, I don't want to be videotaped. Quite frankly, the opposite often occurs, saying, hey, do a video of me and put me on YouTube. That's more.
When I was in Subic during the Navy, whenever you were going to take a picture, if you were in the bar, everybody, all the workers, everybody wanted to get in that picture.
Right.
They wanted to be in it.
But pretty much, with the exception of a few guys in there, I can't say that the folks don't appear happy to me. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not trying to project anything on anybody, but they don't seem happy. You know, they just don't seem happy. Only a couple seem genuinely happy. Those are usually the guys that are passing through, not the guys that are permanently living there. You know, and I don't know what it is. I get that vibe. You know, I get that vibe off of them.
Well,
Sort of those folks.
here's what I wanted to emphasize. A lot of it that I see on your channel is you're in there sitting at the table delivering the food and eating.
Yeah.
I want to see the walk up to the restaurant because that's what people are going to memorize. The walk up, how like you walk up to it and there's the lights out front and then walk in and sit down. You know, that's really good video from
You know
my
something,
point of
I'm
view.
doing one today. We're doing one just like that today, and so
Good.
I'm glad you brought it up because I don't do that. My
And don't think
brain
of
my brain isn't I you have to think before you go
sure.
and shoot a video. You have to think the whole thing through in your mind. You know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And don't
Yeah. And so bringing
and
this up is important.
please don't think I'm criticizing in any
No, no,
way.
no. It's okay because I agree. I mean, I agree with you.
Right, but you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just trying to critique what might make your video more watchable and more better. Like
Yeah,
Larry's
I have to
video,
get
yeah,
away now since I've learned that I have to get away from hanging around some of these expats, quite frankly.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
keep them out of your video
because
because
they're not
Yeah,
doing
which
me. I
ones
mean,
are?
they're not doing you justice.
no, they're not. Quite frankly, I got to tell you something, right? A couple of those guys in there just plain need to die.
Exactly. Well, here's what I was going to say. I don't
They're
want to
so
see
unhappy and so miserable. They just plain need to die.
I don't want to see 90-year-old gray bastards in your video.
I do. That'll be me.
No, Larry, you're more active than that.
You're
And
a
I don't
very
need
handsome man,
I'm not 90
especially with
yet
the
either,
hat.
but I'm not. I like to be in a video at 90. That means I'm still around.
I don't want to see him with the liver spots. Uh oh God. But like, you know, there's more to it. Like the walk around the mall video.
Tim is saying
Well,
dancing girls get views, but yeah, but Tim, how many videos have you done on the walking street? You know,
Everybody does walking street. Who
yeah, you
cares?
get nothing. You get. I tried to make it work. I can't make it work. You
Can
know.
I say this about walking street too these
Yeah.
days? It's
Yeah.
a total trash street and embarrassment. They really need to redo the sidewalks and clean the place up again. Make it look
Yeah.
like Vegas. It looks like the
There's
slum
a
it
plan in the
is.
works. There's a
What?
plan in the works, but it doesn't have anything to do with making it look like Vegas. They're trying
Crazy
to
kid, come
convert
on
it.
up, man.
The plan that I saw, they're trying to convert it into an outdoor mall, an outdoor shopping mall.
Forget it. Leave it be
Forget
what
about
it
it.
was. You
Forget
know,
about it.
fluff the
Forget
street up,
about it.
fluff the bars up, bring back the girls, the lights, the show. You know, go upscale. Instead, it
That's
looks
what
like
I'm
the
talking
slum it
about.
is.
That's what I'm talking about. Make it a real entertainment district. Like in the olden days, you can't even, it would take you an hour and a half or 2 hours. Some nights you wouldn't even be able to walk from one side of Walking Street down to the other where the McDonald's is. You couldn't even get through there. You were just like elbowing your way through the crowd. I mean, things have changed. It's like a ghost town in comparison.
It looks like a slum these days, and it's going to get treated like one unless they rescue it.
They have to do something to rescue it.
Yes, and that you know, it's all there. It all can happen. That's the beauty of it. And even the malls in the Philippines. That's what. That's part of the reason why they're so successful. It reminds me of the United States 30 years ago when our malls were still quite busy and working out nice.
Hey, crazy.
The kids in the
Hey,
house. Hey,
hey,
hey.
folks.
How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Just kind of hanging out and saw Larry was on. I was like, I go say hi to Larry and the gang for a bit.
Hey, we got at least 2 Canadians in here. We've got
Yeah,
Crazy Kid and Mike.
I didn't do the la Larry.
And Mike.
Yeah, Mike married to a beautiful woman
Oh.
from Canada.
Oh, hey.
He's in the chat.
Listen to that Canadian accent. Oh, hey, oh. Gotta love that. The Great North.
It's the Great White North.
That's right. The Great White North was what they call it.
Well, it don't snow up there like it used to.
Larry,
Yeah, that parking lot. You're right, Mike. That parking lot in Amazon is huge. Like
Yeah.
I said, the building and everything sits on 53 acres of land.
Larry, that's a small one. Robbinsville is bigger, and Delaware's bigger than both.
They got some bigger. They got a bigger one around me as
Hey,
well. They
but
just built it.
you guys, have you noticed they're having more promos? Amazon is just trying to extract pennies out of your pocket, and they're having trouble doing it right now.
Well, did you hear what Amazon just did? They just announced it. They
What'd
dropped
they do?
their Amazon-only clothing line, and they're dropping their furniture line to avoid all the competition. That's from driving them off of Amazon, basically.
You know, I was looking forward to Amazon Pharmacy, Amazon Health Clinic, the Amazon branded Amazon Tour. All those things I was looking forward to.
I worked at Amazon for 2 days and left.
Well, now I'm going to tell you. I remember you talking about that. Now, this Amazon I'm at, the break rooms do have refrigerators and microwaves.
Oh, so did ours, but they were huge,
Yeah, but
like the main cafeteria.
No, I'm not talking about the main cafeteria. I'm talking about they have break rooms every so often.
Oh, yeah.
And they have refrigerators and microwaves. Now, they don't have where you can buy sandwiches and stuff out of the vending machine, but they do have junk food and sodas.
Man, I love Moosehead beer. I hope they haven't
me
done away
too.
with it.
Moosehead's my favorite.
Never had Moosehead.
Head and antlers above the rest, baby.
Never had Moosehead.
Moosehead's got one little problem, though. If you chill it and let it go warm again, it skunks like no other beer, but it is such a good beer.
Why would you let it go warm in the first place?
Just noticed you. Welcome.
Well, you forget to re-ice it. I know. I'm just telling you. I was a Molson Ice man for years, too.
I remember Ice House?
Yeah, but I like Molson Ice.
Yeah, but Ice House, that's the first ice beer I drank was Ice House.
Then I got into selling Eastern European beer.
Hey, you know what will save Budweiser? The old Super Bowl frog commercials.
Well, Budweiser's got problems.
Budweiser's done for.
Yeah.
Doesn't Molson's own Budweiser's now?
No, they're owned by InBev.
Budweiser. If you need to, stick a female frog in there.
Molson's owned by Coors Miller Molson. They're all under the same umbrella. And then the other big one is Carlsberg, owns tons of beer companies. And Heineken does too.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you can stick a fork in Budweiser, especially Bud Light. They're done.
Yeah, they're done. They're done. There's no way to rebuild that
They so badly
brand.
misjudged their clientele.
They're gonna have to do something, sell it off. They're gonna have to get rid of it
They
because
sold 7 or 8 other smaller companies.
The
Yeah,
only
they
way
can't-
can
they
save
can't
that
provide.
company is to rename it.
Yeah, but you got to
rename it.
understand what Budweiser did a few years ago. When the
They shot
microbrew,
themselves in the foot is what they did.
well, that's what they did this year. But a couple years ago, they bought up a lot of little regional breweries. Like they own
and
Rolling
they sold those off this year to try to recoup some money because they've lost so much.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm sorry, your beer was doing so well. You were number one beer, number one, and then you go insult your clientele.
Well, but they
No,
Before
she said it was too fratty.
yeah, but before they got there, Larry, before they got there, they had lost a big position when they sold off to InBev, they started slipping.
Yeah, but
And
they
another thing
were
that
still-
happened in America was beer sales across the board were off by 10% 2 years in a row.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that had a
years
lot
of
to do with
COVID.
what was going on.
When everything was fucking down.
Yeah, because people didn't have the money.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, it, well, you're still number one in the United States. I can't say you're number one in the world, but you're still number one in the United States. You are way ahead of all your competition in the United States. And then you go insult your clientele, the people that got you where you're at, and the people that keep you where you're at.
Yeah.
Really, they're
People
just
that are
they're
consuming
just a
your product.
regular working. Pardon me for saying it, but they're just a regular working man's blue collar beer.
That and
Period. Period. That's
yeah.
it.
No, there was a college kids bought it too, the frats.
Yeah.
And she said, it's just a fratty beer. We need to change. No, you don't. If you want to bring in a different clientele, make a different beer geared
Yeah.
towards them.
Yeah. Even put the same shit in a different can with a different logo on it and a different name. Call it something else. It's still the same beer. It's just a different
Mike.
package. That
Mike
could have
Jones.
freaking just that could have
You
went.
guys are, you got to realize, I was vice president of a beer company in Philadelphia for 10 years. And I can tell you that I had all Eastern European beer, and it was very hard to sell because there's no promotion and advertising. 3 things sell beer: price, promotion, and advertising. And that's about it.
What's the name of that beer?
Which one?
The one you were selling, the one you were pushing.
One of the ones was Lviv from Ukraine. They now make Molotov cocktails on the beer line. I had Baltica, which is Russian beer. I had Zlote Brazen, which is Slovak for golden pheasant. I had Stolsky's beer out of Chicago. I had the 2 #1 Polish beers. I had Zivitz and Akosum. I had Perla, Harness, all kinds of Eastern
Well,
European
I'll tell
beer.
you, I've never met a Polish beer. I've never drank a Polish beer that I didn't like.
Polish, well, you know why? I can tell you why. Because,
Delicious.
during World War II, more than half of Poland was Germany. And when they drew the line during World War II, they gave it to the communist bloc, that big section of Germany. And that was all the Laplander land where all the beer was brewed. So all the German beer became Polish beer. And that's why Polish beer was such strong sales and such wonderful beer.
So
And
I
Mike, you're
know,
right,
see,
girls
there's
sell
got to
beer
be
because most people that drink beer are males.
Yep.
in Thailand also. I love their beer. You know,
Thailand's
also.
got very good beer.
Yeah.
Qingdao
I like San
and all
McGill.
that.
I know everybody talks about Red Horse, but I always like San McGill. That's a Filipino beer, Mac Daddy.
Yes,
Mike
I know.
says girls sell beer.
Yeah, like I said, that's because guys buy it.
Girls sell beer, price and promotion. You promote it and you put down a reasonable price. What happened was with the supply chain thing, to bring in all that European beer got very expensive to ship containers of beer, and it messed it all up.
Oh, hey.
What?
It's probably a very lousy segue to make, but you know how it got so expensive to rent a container to move your stuff over here to the Philippines?
Yes.
And now you're starting to see them begging for business.
Well, everything's
Hey,
changing.
man.
I'd hate to say it, but when Trump put the tariffs on the Midwestern grain, it started messing up all the container shipping and all the supply lines. And that's what started it all. Things took years to get those lines and contracts going. And when he played with all that, he messed up all the supply lines and container shipping. And then it all of a sudden got real expensive to ship containers. You know
My
what?
ship book to the Philippines cost me $110
$110
for one book.
I believe it.
To To ship a container of beer out of Europe used to cost $10,000. It's now just under 50 grand. Now, if you got to put 110 pallets of beer in there and ship it, it's too much money. The beer that used to cost you $20 a case on land and you'd sell it for 30, 35 after it went through a couple distributors, now costs you $40 to get it on the ground here in the States. It's ruined the market for Eastern European beer.
LV, 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 LV. You need to come up here now.
Come on up, Elvie. ABCM can come up.
Hey, Larry,
Charmaine.
I got a little bit of a side thing I wanted to tell you about.
What's that?
The third cover to the book is done. I just uploaded it today.
What kind of book?
The book that I wrote.
He writes books.
Yeah, I got a 5-book series.
Is it fictional?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I was asking. Do you promote them on Amazon? Do you print them there?
These come from Amazon. These
I
are
was wondering-
the first two.
Because
I got the first two.
Amazon has this machine. They print books by the copy.
Yeah, I know.
LV, I'm going to promise you this. You would look better eating your breakfast than me eating anything.
Yeah, there's a reason why I don't eat in front of a mirror. I don't even want to see me eat.
That's good practice right there. Words
Yeah,
to live by.
I refuse to
You're not
get
eating
dressed in
from the
front of a
mirror.
mirror. What are you
You
talking
should
about?
write a book about that.
These are from Amazon. Like
Right.
I published them on. I self-published them on Amazon.
I own two of these books.
Are those
back there. I
hard?
got them both
Are
there.
those hardcover books or?
Yeah, they're hard. I got hardcovers, but you can get them in paper.
Ah,
Yeah,
Very
these are
nice.
hardcovers,
very nice.
and I'll show you the rest of them.
About $10 a pack here in New York. Let me find out real quick.
This is the cover for the second one,
How
the
much are
original
a pack
cover,
of cigarettes in New York?
and it's getting changed over to. Let me get this.
My friends tell me they want me to do a cookbook.
Whoa, crazy kid!
What the heck's going on?
Your
Something's
internet's
going on
wigging
here.
in and out,
It's me
crazy
doing
kid.
something wrong here. It's not him.
There, I got my my screen up. If you want to show the cover for the third book,
Holy, beautiful. Love it.
that's going on the cover of the third book, and it's getting pushed over to hardcover.
Hey,
Nice.
every man repeats his stories here. Every man, you know that Paul from World Zoom offered you up the olive branch recently.
Ann, how you doing, Ann? Crystal Adventures
Yeah,
here.
so I hope you take him up on his offer, every man.
Yeah, that's the original cover for the third book.
They're nice covers. Congratulations.
Thanks. Well, I just used something that had to do with either the title or the book itself. That's
Beautiful.
the fourth one.
I hope you become the beach read for the summer.
Very nice. Very nice.
Everybody takes you to the beach, sits there under your umbrella,
That's
and
the
reads
fifth
your
one.
book.
Oh, I like that one with the handcuffs. It's only missing a woman. That's all it's missing on the cover.
Yeah. Well, right now, my artist is doing the fourth cover.
Dan, are you trying to say your three favorite things are whips and chains and pillow games?
Oh, that's the title of my next book.
No, Mike says sticks and stones may break my bones, but whips and chains are my thing.
Yeah, whips and chains
Chains
excite me.
excite me.
That's it.
Yeah.
Love more than
Whip me,
leash.
beat me, teach me love. That's Dan.
Yeah, they're up on Amazon. You just got to for the search number or search keywords. Just type in MAXXPSEUDO.
Either that or Corey.
Oy.
Spelling
Okay,
Spell
yeah.
spelling
your
my
last
name.
name, Corey.
St.
That's
John.
a good point. That's a good
Just
point.
type in
everyman.
Corey St. John, author. That'll get it too. It'll be
Yeah.
easier to remember, I think, Corey St. John there, crazy kid.
Actually, the way my name is spelled is
Kory.
yeah, but what I put in for the
What's the ISBN number on your latest book?
shit.
I'm writing, dude. I got my pen ready to go.
That wasn't me. He dropped out
Okay.
some.
All right. Sure, Larry. Sure.
Wasn't
Sure
me.
it wasn't.
There he is. He's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
went to go
happened?
look it up and I hit the wrong button.
I told you
Oh,
that
yeah.
wasn't me, Dan.
Okay, Larry. All right. I apologize. What did you do? With
I wasn't
crazy
even near
kid?
my keyboard.
On my latest book. On my on
Hey,
the first
everyman.
book. For the hardcover, the ISBN number is B09NRR FM6V.
And
FM6V.
V as in Victor.
Got it.
and Mac Daddy, Crystal's telling you hi.
Hi,
I
Crystal.
tell Mac Daddy because he can't read his. He's on his cell phone. He can't read it.
Every man repeats a story. Hey, what did you say?
Hey, Tobias, how you doing, man?
Can you repeat that?
Hey, Crystal.
Crystal's. It's an honor. You are allowed to be one of my many friends. Yeah, Crystal's, you're allowed to be his only friend.
Hey, just remember, MF does not mean my friend.
My friend, the newest, the latest four-letter word.
Now, my mom always said if you can't say something nice, don't say anything.
That's why I've been keeping my mouth shut.
Well, like I said, you said you don't want to eat in front of a mirror. I don't want to get undressed in front of a mirror. I hate shaving because I'm afraid that mirror's going to break. I thought about growing my whole beard and never shaving again, but it's like, no.
Then you
My
gotta
uncle-
comb it and
My occupational therapist got so mad at me the other week. She kept on telling me that her friends next door, meaning in the other part of the hospital, might forget to send their patients over to her on time, and she was always getting them late. And when I was going out the door, I said, "Well, MF doesn't mean my friend," and she got all flip with me like I said something bad. I only meant might forget, but she didn't take it that way.
obviously.
Yeah, but they're
She took
clubbing. But they're clubbing me for something that I didn't say. It was terrible.
Yeah. But you sure you weren't trying to imply that?
No, I come on. I meant might forget. They thought I meant something else.
In
If I
the
didn't
wise
say it-
words of Eddie Murphy, sure you meant might forget.
I mean, they're clubbing me for something I didn't say, though. Shame on them.
I
I
was
didn't say
born.
it, I didn't
I
say
was
it.
born at night, but not last night.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Mills Lane. But I don't know.
I was actually born at night, 9:00 at night.
I just said I seriously meant might forget. They all thought I meant something else.
I was born during about noon during a day. It doesn't mean it was yesterday or today.
Well, every
what I
man,
always tell them is
you're the luckiest man.
any day of the week ended in day.
Every
Ended in
man
one.
is one of the luckiest guys that I know. I mean, he has a cruise ship, and he has a teen bride. What more could a man ask for?
He has a cruise ship.
He has a cruise ship and a teen bride.
How big's his cruise ship?
It's big, let me tell you. I'm just saying, it's big.
Or do you mean a yacht?
He says his wife is 40 years younger than her, so that younger than him, so that actually puts her in her late 20s because he's 69.
And how big's his cruise ship?
It's mighty big, fella. Don't make me go into details about how big it is.
Okay.
Well,
I used to sell yachts. I know a lot of big boats like Mayor's Motor Yacht.
I think his cruise ship is in dry dock right now. Very
And
dry dock.
And that means Mares. 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 The scuba people make super yachts. I sold one time. It was 64 feet long, 22 feet wide, and it was an ocean-going catamaran. And, it's crazy with yachts. It never stops. Somebody's always got a bigger one.
Oh, Mike, that's a
That's
good
a good suggestion,
suggestion.
Mike.
I like the way he thinks.
yeah. Even if I was to get a metal mirror, I still wouldn't want to see me in front of the mirror eating.
It would make it easier for me to shave. It still would make it hard. It'd still be hard to get undressed.
If I was in front of the mirror eating, I'd get sick.
Every man is saying she loves me more than any of my ex-wives did. Yes. But at least you have a great relationship with your daughter. So that's important.
That's not right. I can only tell you, man. I thought I had it all till today. She left me. I'm back to being single. So I hit the Philippines, I guess.
Well, like I said, right now, even if my mom was gone right now, I don't have the time to go. Like I said, I can always pay for the trip a different way. But you still need
he's
the
the guy
time.
that wanted to put together a cruise line, which is okay, I suppose, in good times. I don't know how you do it when the economy is as tanked as it is now. I mean, we haven't seen anything yet in the
I
economy.
used to be in cruise capital of the world, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Lauderhills. All the cruise lines are there. It's like one of the major jump-off places of the United States.
I guess he wanted to take advantage of the deep water channels that are in the Philippines, and he wanted to start up a cruise line that goes. And it's not a bad idea. It's just that I wonder who has the money in order to afford the luxury of being able to travel to all
There's your
those.
wallet. It's empty now,
channels.
Back Daddy.
Yeah,
What?
that's the problem.
You just got your wallet back. It's empty. That's just cut up paper, buddy.
Cut up paper, huh?
What's that
No, I
say?
saw the stash earlier. I'm saying you spent all the money.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
So I said,
that's
I
a
said
stack
you
of
spent all
cheese.
your
Let me
money.
tell you. You put that back in there
No,
and give it back to me.
I want to keep it.
like I said, you just spent all your money, buddy.
That's nothing compared to what everybody else has.
Look, that's a stack.
Like I said, to go over there, if you're just going over for a month, you don't need a lot of money. You need
Well, that's
outside
what-
of your plane ticket. Your most expensive, especially at today's prices, especially if you're going business class.
That's what
That's going to be your
Danny
biggest
fucking
expense is
thinks
your
me
plane
of.
ticket.
I only need about $3,000 and a plane ticket. And I should
That's
be
what I'm
good.
saying. The plane ticket will probably cost you the most.
And I could live quite nice over there, you
Oh,
know?
yeah. Now, like I said, if you're moving over there, it's different.
Hold on. Tobias, I think there's a miscommunication or misunderstanding. Every man repeats a story. He isn't a troll. He's not a troll in the traditional sense. There's history there, So I don't know without going into too much detail how to explain it. We're just having a little bit of fun at Mark's expense. That's all. There's a lot of history behind it. Yeah, you'd have to be watching the channels for a very long time to understand it.
Come on. Mac Daddy and I were the only two that. Well, now Dan is. We had the White Circle of Death, Mac Daddy. You
What's
and I
that?
did. Dan just had the white circle of death.
What's that?
Crazy kids, unless he's not moving.
Oh,
I don't see
I'm
the white.
just paying attention.
Yeah,
Can't even
like I said, Mac Dad just again had the white circle of death. But
Yeah, that's right. That's him, Mike. He used to be on Kristen Sabu. Yeah, and I kind of enjoyed his take
not
on
crazy
things.
kids going white circle of death.
Really?
Yeah, he's a fun.
Yeah.
He's pretty fun.
It could be on my end because, like I said, everything stayed up. But
you're
on
frozen.
my camera, I had the white circle of death as well.
Well,
You
we
guys are
get
still up.
lightning strikes here. They knock us down, and we're
I
having
don't hear
storms
any
right now.
thunder, so I don't think it's.
No, but we have it
here.
here happening,
And,
and I don't necessarily hear it, but I can hear the rain going. It was boom, boom,
well,
and
now,
early.
Tobias, unless he says something wrong, you
Yeah,
really
Mark-
can't
Mark-
report him for his
I mean,
name.
Mark takes it. Yeah, Mark takes it very personally, but really, Mark is a little bit. He's strung a little bit tight. He's a little bit. Mark is strung a little bit tight. Let's put it to you that way. So we're just having a little fun with it. That's all, Tobias. He takes things a little too personally, and he can't see the humor in things. He can't see the satire in things, and so I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I like both Mark, and I like Every Man Repeats a Story. What could I say? I'm a fan of both. I don't know. I
Bye,
don't know.
every man.
But he
Like I
he
said,
doesn't do anything that's out of bounds, Tobias.
I don't
You can't
think so.
really support a guy that.
I mean, outside of the fact that maybe he uses the other guy's picture, but I don't see where he's out now. If he's in here and he's putting everybody down and
Yeah, I think if you knew Every Man Repeats the Story from the very beginning, we're talking years ago, you would have a better understanding of his sense of humor.
Well, I used the picture the other day. Everybody thought I was Dan for a week. I had the big beret hat and everything.
well, I changed.
I'm kidding.
As some of
I'm
you
totally
probably know,
kidding.
I have a Ninja channel, and I changed the picture on that one, but I changed the picture to an older picture of me. Now I look older in that picture than I do right now, because in that picture I have the full white beard, which makes me look older. If I really want to look younger, I shave this off, and I'll look even younger than what I look right now.
Grab me.
And I don't look my age. I don't think.
He has the Santa Claus beard.
Yeah, I got to get rid of the Santa beard.
Well, I had the
Okay.
Santa beard. My Mac Daddy, my beard's Snow White. I had the Santa Claus beard on my Ninja channel. I'll just say hi to everybody. You can see it. You
That's
might
because
not be
of
able to
you,
see it.
son.
Yeah.
You're making me gray every day, son.
Look, he's right here.
Yeah.
See, now there's a picture of me. That some of you will be able to see it. That's an old picture of me. I got the full white beard, and I'm actually even heavier there than I am now. And that picture is at least 3 years old, maybe older.
I'm gonna go, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Eddie. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah,
man,
spend
take
all your
care.
dad's money.
That's right.
I'm trying not to.
He's been working on it.
Can't even close his wallet.
Yeah, how
Oh,
long is that gonna last?
That's a good problem.
Yeah. Everybody in this whole room's got more money than I do, Edward.
You're talking to a
You
poor boy
got to
here.
be careful in trying to look in or guess what's in a person's wallet. I've learned that. I've learned that lesson plenty of times in life.
Yeah, Mike,
Well,
when I
Person
have
tried
my
to
full
look
beard,
into my
that's the way I
wallet
look.
without my consent, and I broke his arm in 3 places.
Yeah, you never try and do that. Never try and guess what a person's worth. You'll be wrong every time. You'll be
I
wrong
used
every
to
time.
have to read people for a living, Dan, when I sold yachts.
Yeah.
You're on a
Well,
you're on the dock
you
of the
can
boat
read
show?
people, but I'll tell you what, I've had homeless looking guys turn out.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
surprising.
turn out to have a ton of money. They just don't shop at Pierre Cardin and all those other places.
Well, you know how I usually tell what somebody's worth. Seriously,
I think you were saying their shoes.
Their shoes.
Yeah, and I believe that to be true.
It
I
tells a
believe
lot.
that to be true.
It's a big tell that they can't hide.
Yeah, because a fool isn't going to go out there and spend. A fool isn't going to go out there and spend, you know, money on a cheap pair of shoes, because usually you could tell by it, because they will they make sure that the dollar goes as far as it could go, which means they buy good quality shoes on their feet, because they know they're going to be feet are the most important part of the human body, and they last a long time. They don't
Are
want to
they-
be going down to the discount store buying shoe after shoe after shoe.
Are they wearing cheap like Walmart shoes? Or are they wearing mock toe floor shines braided with a tassel? You know,
You're right.
$100
Right.
shoes. Or are they wearing like glisteners from Italy that are $300 shoes? You get to figure it out.
I'm not buying no $300 shoe. I got
Exactly.
more
I
money
wouldn't
than
even buy a
sense.
$300 watch.
But, well, I'm just saying,
I
it's
might buy a $300 suit, but I doubt it.
Yeah,
Well-
but that's more than just one thing. Like that's pants, coat, shirt.
they're usually in
tie.
a $1,000 suit when they got money, and you
Well,
can
there's
tell
people
the
who spend a
cloth.
lot more than that if they got money.
You can tell. Are they wearing monogram shirt with cufflinks too? And is it broadcloth? What's their dress shirt made out of?
Now,
Is it-
Jerry, do you get your shoes down in Mexico?
They hand make them down there too.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey, I have a
you can get
question
them
for you.
cheaper down
Mac
there,
Daddy, I have a
handmade.
question for you.
Right. Head off.
Has anybody
You want
ever
everybody
paid
else.
for a yacht or put the down payment or deposit on the yacht using their American Express card?
No, not
What do they
usually.
do? Do they usually have cash?
They usually cut me a check or do a bank transfer. I have settled one in international waters for cash that I don't really talk about.
That's the yacht business, bro.
And the boats were an
A Russian
international.
oligarch,
Well, wait a minute. You want to talk about Russian oligarchs?
Yeah, that would be fun.
I had them as customers at a marina that I worked at, and I didn't have a big enough boat to sell them. So I encouraged them to sit down, have breakfast, because it was early in the morning on a Saturday, have breakfast in my restaurant till my boss came in. They invited me to sit with them for breakfast, and they ordered the menu twice. They said, give me everything on the menu. And then they said, give me everything on the menu again. And they wanted all the breakfast food and all the dinner food. They spent like $500 in the restaurant. You think the owner of the restaurant would love me for that? He hated me. They're like, who are these guys ordering all this food? I'm like, yo, you're doing business. Shut up. They're my customers. And these oligarch guys were very nice, but they disappeared awful quick. Somebody got shot or thrown out a window at home, and they like vaporized.
Oh, I hate the being
Later.
thrown out of the window thing.
And I had to.
Maybe somebody sold him a boat without a plug.
I don't know. I asked them, like, I told them I had yachts in Florida and I had yachts in Michigan we'd have to go see. And they're like, well, where can our private jet land? We'll go. Like, I need a day or two to travel here, folks. But yeah, we could do this. They were ready to roll. They were all in black, brand new town car, like limousine size. Radio group cars. They're not really real long limousines, but they would seat 6 people. They were real money,
Go for
boy.
a smoke. I'll be right back.
All right.
But like I only had a couple boats in my catalog for those kind of people. Most
Yeah,
of my
Mike
stuff
makes a
was-
good point here. Also, he said that. Yeah, I gotcha. He was saying that most don't have shoes in the Philippines, but will give you the last bowl of rice. I found that to be true. That's for
boy,
that's
that is, and that's why I love the Filipino people
Yeah.
so much. They're always happy. They're always smiling. They may only be wearing flip flops, but they're like work boots to them.
Well,
That's
right.
they have learned, our were taught by their family to be happy with what you have.
To be happy and humble, yes.
A lot of Americans. Our problem is we got a lot of us have more than they do, but we're not happy
And not only that,
because we're always wanting more.
we're always living beyond our means. That's why we got such
Yeah,
a
yeah.
financial
I talked a little bit about it in the one of the videos. I think I was talking about how, I'm feeling the pit in my stomach as Mamie and I
You're
get
getting ready to go
closer
back
to the
home.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. The anxiety is pretty. It's there.
I
The
sold
anxiety is there.
I sold my property this week. I'm letting my son run around the house with my wallet. Like I don't even think about it because I'm not like that. It's like, here, son, have some fun. And I've been taking care of him. I've been getting him things every day. I asked him today, do you need anything? And he told me what he needed. We got it. It was only $30, but it's different. My crazy girlfriend from the Philippines kicked me over the curb today. Okay, well, I didn't have the heart to tell her, hey, I was ready to do a transfer for you today.
Now,
Okay.
Ben says he loves the term flip flops. We call them jandals, or do you mean sandals? Because here in the States we call them sandals.
They call them chinos over there.
Those.
Chinos.
Also here in the States, is flip flops are sandals, but usually a sandal is not a flip flop.
Yeah, I was going to say sandals or Hirachis or sandals. They're not flip flops. I'm a Sperry guy.
Mike says they call them slippers.
Okay. I'm a Sperry guy. I'm a 2-eye boat shoe guy.
Well, I wear sandals but not flip flops. So flops for me is a shower shoe.
Slides.
Even at home, I use I use them as a shower shoe. I don't. That's what I wear when I get in the shower is flip flops. I got that habit. I got that habit in the Navy. We had flip flops for shower shoes. Oh yeah, it was a way of making sure you didn't get or give someone else
foot rot.
Yeah.
Fungus.
I'm trying to think the correct term, but yeah.
Athlete's foot.
Thank you. That's the term.
I'm used to wearing boat shoes from being in the boat business, and white-soled Sperry's. And the cool thing about them, when the docks are like 110 degrees in the summertime and you're walking down the dock, you take the garden hose and spray your shoes and soak them wet so you'd have like air-conditioned feet.
Yeah, well, I've got a pair of sandals and a pair of water shoes. And the sandals are water shoes. I got both. And I bought them for that reason, because if it's really raining and I don't feel like wearing boots, I can put those on and go out in the weather and not worry about, because I was wearing a pair of my regular tennis shoes, and I was doing laundry, and it came down so hard that the puddle that I had to go through, and I mean I had to go through it, it was no other way. It's either that or walk in mud and still be in water, was over my ankles. So my shoes got completely soaked. It took almost 2 days for them to dry out.
I got a real problem now. I can't get shoes on my feet.
Yeah, your feet are swollen.
My feet are so swollen, I can't get shoes on them, and I can't walk around like Fred Flintstone. And so what do? I don't know.
Go for a ride.
Go for a ride?
Yeah, get one of those little scooters.
Oh, I can walk, but I can't get shoes on my feet. I can't
like
get.
I said, Tobias, I was in the 70s, and they were around before that, because, like I said, it was a good way of keeping you from getting athlete's foot or giving it to somebody else, because you had your own pair of flip flops or shower shoes, as we called them, and they were cheap. Nowadays, they're not cheap anymore. They're not cheap anymore.
Boat shoes used to be $20. Now they're $110 to $150, and it kills me. I can't even get them on my feet.
Yeah.
I was buying $20 sneakers at Walmart and taking them home and cutting them up with a steak knife, so I could like stick my foot in them and my foot could expand over them. I can't even do that anymore because Walmart stopped carrying the shoes that I wear. I'm like going nuts. I have nothing.
Yeah, Walmart stopped carrying the size of shoes that most people around our area freaking wear.
I wear size 13 4E shoes. Try and buy them. I can't. And my new problem is,
I wear 12 double E
yeah, exactly. My
And-
new same deal.
because there's so many smaller people nowadays.
Yes.
Hey, I'm only 5'8" and I wear 10 double E's.
I wear 13 4E for like since high school.
And I'm going to tell you, there are brands I have to wear the triple or 4Es too. But the
I'm
normal,
also
they make a decent size. Double E's are, extra wide, whichever way, because that's normally a double E.
Yeah.
I'm also 6'3.5".
I'm only
And
5'8".
these days I'm 400 pounds
I
because
was
of my
about that
leg.
at 5'8". Before I started losing weight, my heaviest, I was around 375 pounds.
Oof.
The last time I weighed myself, I need to do it again. I was 303.
I've been losing weight, but every time I swell up, I gain like 35 pounds. And I got lymphedema. I'm always going to be swollen up, they tell me. I don't know what to do. How do you walk around in the snow with no shoes? That's what I did last winter.
You stay in the house.
Thanks.
Well, my oldest brother-in-law, now he wears sandals all year round.
Oof.
His feet, I guess, sweat a lot, and so during the winter, he wears a pair of sandals almost. He just
Yeah, my
I
uncle,
have
he wears
socks on.
Crocs all the time.
But
The only way I can get my legs and feet to go down is I got to go to an occupational therapist, and they wrap them. And they wrap them like twice a week for a couple weeks, and they almost go back to looking what used to be normal for me. I had a little tiff with my occupational therapist. There's no other occupational therapist in the area, and now I'm suffering. But yet her boss called me up saying she don't want to see you no more. It's like, I can't believe it. I don't even know why she's mad at me. But okay.
Probably because you told her that MF didn't mean my friend.
That could be one reason.
Yeah, but I don't think that's enough to get mad at me over.
No, that would be a reason to ask you out on a date.
Yeah.
Oh, she's married. She has a Picasso print on her wall that I bought for her in her
Yeah,
office.
Boracay is what I'm thinking of, Mike. Your comment about did you know that taking pictures of a woman in a thong is classified as porn, and they have the morals police walking the beaches of Boracay, so telling them to go put something on.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Can I
What's
find
wrong?
Larry's unfrozen. Larry froze there for a moment.
no, I just wasn't moving.
No, you're frozen.
Or was I? I'm
Yeah,
not. I don't see it being frozen on my
Yeah,
end.
you're Polaroid, man.
Well,
Yep.
my end, I can see my hands
Hey,
moving.
you're
and everything.
ventriloquist. We can't even see your lips moving.
Yeah.
You're good at it.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I can make some money that way.
Hey, and I said to the girl, MF does not mean my
Well,
friend.
in
But that doesn't imply anything
you can't be
else.
walking around in those string bikinis. There's no way. You'll get. Oftentimes, they're approached by the morals police, and they'll tell them to wrap it up, put something on.
Maybe my occupational therapist got mad at me the one week that she was off for a day, and they had this other girl come in. She was 24 and gorgeous, let me tell you. And I mentioned that, hey, she gave me butterflies. She's like, she's married. I said, well, I didn't say I wanted to date her. I just said, she gave me butterflies. What the hell?
She got my blood flowing.
Yeah, I'm 58 years old. What the hell you want from me?
Don't do it, Ben.
And I got to tell you, I'm really polite. Like when they're working on my legs and stuff, I don't sit there and look down their top. I just kind of like look away and just, I'm cool. So I don't understand it.
Well, maybe your occupational therapist is mad at you because you're not freaking giving her the attention you gave that 20-year-old.
I bought her a print for her office wall. I bought her a nice Picasso. What'd I
Whoopee.
tell you?
She wants
Now,
the
everybody
personal
says-
attention.
Everybody says I'm frozen, but you can still hear me, right?
She's
Yeah, we
very
can still hear
married,
ya.
and She's
Okay.
Oh, no, you're frozen. All we can see is the top of your head. Oh my gosh, I got to get a video of this.
Oh, I gotta get. God, and all I see is the top of Larry's head. Get out my sunglasses.
Oh, I'm going to get out my camera for this. It's too funny. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Well,
it
send
looks
me a
like you're
picture of
asleep.
it because, like I said, when I'm looking at my camera, I see myself moving. So,
I don't know what's causing that. It's probably StreamYard or whatever you're using. That's
I
causing
got
that.
StreamYard.
They cut everybody's hours too at this place I go at the hospital, and I was trying
There,
to
Larry.
explain. I was trying to explain to her that she should like buy a piece of property and put her name on it and sell it.
And I see my head right there. It's leaning down.
Something just happened.
Well,
I'm
no,
all laid out now. There you go.
That's
no.
funny.
What happened was he sent me a screenshot of the
Yeah, a live
the
screenshot of
chat
what's
so I
going
could
on.
see my head.
I was
bent
almost
down
getting
frozen.
ready to call 911.
Yeah, Larry's sleeping
Ben
again.
says I'm praying.
Yeah,
I'm praying for a good life, Ben. That's what I'm praying for.
yeah, he's sleeping in his
Hey,
other
Andy, how
in
you
his other
doing?
body.
I guess my picture's frozen. Sorry about that, but everybody's
Let's all do it. Let's all freeze.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything. Dan, your curtain's still moving behind you.
Oh. That's funny.
You know, it's,
Now
you know
you're
it's
frozen.
really
No,
funny,
just
Dan.
unfrozen.
You know it's really funny, Dan.
What's that?
You're from the Philippines, like literally half a world away.
Mm-hmm.
The internet isn't quite as strong as in the United States and Canada, and your internet is fantastic. Where Larry, his internet's
Yeah, we've never had a
See
problem with it. I think it's because we were the first people on the fiber optic cable.
I got to
think
drop
we
down
still
for a
own
minute.
it.
I'll be back.
We're still the
Hey,
only
guys,
ones
Glenn,
on the
how you
fiber
doing,
optic
man?
cable.
Did you see what Crystal had to say?
Abby's here.
Yeah, but did you see what Crystal had to say?
What'd she say?
We're not looking at my head. We're looking at the globe.
The world at your fingertips.
Yeah, that was a good one. Real quick.
That's funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
looking at the globe and we're replotting the map.
Yeah, I see the United States on his head. I see a map of the United States on his forehead.
That would be an interesting tattoo, you know? That would be an interesting tattoo. Somebody getting the globe put on their skull.
Exactly. Hey, can you spin around for me? I'm looking for. Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah. I want to go right boom there.
Exactly. Yeah, you get a little tack, and you put it right there. You put a little.
Well, now my picture, according to what I see, I'm still frozen, but you don't see my forehead. I'm setting up.
Well, now you have a smile on your face.
Yeah, you're happy to be frozen.
You're happy. That's right.
You can't see it on my. I got my Ninja channel has the chat up, so I just went and looked at it.
Whoa, Tobias, don't get me started.
So yeah, I can see it. I'm frozen.
Yeah.
If he starts singing that
What did I
Frozen
say?
song, I'm out of here.
Not me.
Hey,
You
Dan,
don't want me to sing.
if you start singing that Frozen song, I'm out of here.
No, not singing Frozen.
I won't be singing shit either.
No. If I was going to sing a song, it'd be something like, "Hello, I'm a truck. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for trucks. Those gear jamming, coffee drinking nuts. They drive their way to glory and they have all the luck. But there'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for his trucks." Something I can make fun
If
of.
I
you
did
know?
any singing, I'd be getting notes slipped underneath the door saying, "I used to like that song, asshole."
That's funny.
Problem is, it's also true.
Oh.
I'm like Larry. He says he's got to sing low. He's got to sing in the low notes, so low you know that you don't even hear them.
Yep. They always ask me to sing solo.
So low you can't hear me.
That's right.
Solo.
They can't hear me.
Yep.
Like I said, I mean, I don't mind singing to myself. But then again, my eardrums are already shot. So what the heck?
That's funny.
Well, you know, I
Yeah,
blew
I'm
my
tone deaf
eardrums out
because
years ago.
I'm tone deaf because I've heard myself sing too much.
Yeah. Like I said, you know, I've blew my own eardrums out many years ago.
Many moon ago.
Yeah. Oh, Jerry, you take care, man. Have a good night.
Bye, Jer.
See you, Jerry. Y'all come back now. You hear?
Yeah, Tim, that would agree. I can see that. You're in my area.
Yep, me too. Mine too. He's a good long distance singer. The longer the distance, the better he sings.
Yeah.
The better he sounds.
Hey, I wonder where Retro is. I wanted to share with them the piggy that we picked up at the DIY the other day.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, the one I'm going to be using for my Stuff the Pig contest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Stuff the Pig contest all about?
Oh, that's where I'm going to stuff the money in here, and then the last week of November, they have to guess how much money is in the piggy, and then if the one that comes closest to guessing is going to win the money.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we'll be putting peso change in there. I think that's probably what we'll be doing.
Nice.
Now, do I have to guess it in pesos or can I guess it in USD?
Well, either way, I'll convert it.
Hey, Bobby, how you doing, man? Bobby,
right now the rate is the rate this morning when I woke up was 56.47. Tim,
nice.
Fact check me. 56.47 and rising. The money supply is drying up, and the interest rates are climbing. It's not good news for the Philippines. Time to get going here.
Yeah, he said hi. But
yeah, so that's
he's recuperating. He had surgery on his neck. He's recuperating from that.
Oh yeah.
So he's back home now. He's out of the hospital.
Yeah, one time when I went to go get surgery done, I had to get dental surgery done to get all 4 wisdom teeth taken out. And I just gotten my benefits at the factory that I was working at. And when I went to my boss, I said I got to go get my wisdom teeth, all 4 wisdom teeth taken out. She just signed the paper right away for me for the leave of absence for a week. She gave me a week off after my surgery and says, "Have a good time." I was like, "Oh, great." So I went out and I told everybody that I was going to get surgery done, but I didn't tell them what it was for until they asked me. And I was like, well, years ago, people told me I had a stick up my ass about something. Now that I finally got benefits, I can finally go get it removed. 350 people believe me.
Well,
so when I came back after
mud.
Yeah, well, when I came back after a week, I had a little freaking stick in a bag, and I brought it in to show them.
That's funny as hell. Oh man, I love that. Oh my god.
Why is Larry blacked out?
We don't know why. I'm the only one frozen. Everybody else is moving.
Yep.
We can still hear me, but I'm sitting here. I got my Ninja channel up, so I can
You're
see
like
the
the
chat.
shadow.
I'm just sitting there.
You're like the
Not
shadow.
Yeah,
So-
maybe.
I'll bet you there's some kind of conflict going on with your Ninja channel. And
I would say next time before you stream, Larry, do you have a
Oh, he's back.
SSD? Do you have an SSD
Do I have
or
a
do you
what?
have a mechanical hard drive?
I got a hard drive. I'm on a desktop.
Yeah, but does your desktop have a mechanical hard drive, one that spins around, or is it like a memory stick and just like quiet as
No,
quiet
it's one
can
that
be?
spins around.
Okay. Before you go live next time, defrag your system.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do it after this one. I haven't defragged. I probably should do that.
Yeah, that's probably what some of your issue might be. Another thing is do an error check, and just like it'll get rid of all the pieces of files that it doesn't need anymore, and make sure that your system's like clean before you do your live stream, because a lot of that can really bog down the signal from the internet as well.
I'm behind, but at least I'm moving.
Yeah.
Or at least I did.
We have life in you.
Yeah. But like I said, the camera's way behind now. It is way behind. Because I waved about a minute ago.
Yeah.
At least 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's way behind.
But yeah,
Well,
like that might help out.
It could be
Just to-
dealing with all the storms we're dealing with tonight, Larry, between my house and your place.
Yeah.
There's
Got somebody else
tons of
coming up?
lightning strikes.
God
There's-
Plan's coming up.
There's
I
100
believe
different
this is
things.
God Plan. Hey, God Plan, how you doing, man?
Can you hear me? I got my
Yeah, I can hear you,
Bluetooth.
God.
My first
Brian, how
time
you doing, man?
using them, so let me see.
That's cool. Now, God Plan lives out in California. You
California.
live around Oakland,
oh,
right?
sorry to hear that.
Oh, you know
God
what?
Plan, you live around Oakland, right?
You know what? Excuse me. I didn't even hook him up the whole time. Oh my God, I forgot to hook him up. I'm thinking like, yeah. No, actually, I am from Oakland. I am, but I moved from Oakland, like about 5 minutes away from Oakland.
Okay, at least you're not
I'm
in
right here in,
Oakland.
I'm right here at the island, right here at the Alameda, right here at the island.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love Alameda.
Yep, that's where I'm at right here. Look, I'm at
Yeah, I
the
love Alameda. Love
I'm
it.
at the garden. I'm at the garden right here in Alameda at the Army base.
Hey
Mhm.
And the
guys,
Army
I'm gonna
base
have
is
to
the
sit
garden
down
right
for a
there.
minute. I got somebody. So you keep going. I got somebody at my door.
Yep. We heard the doorbell. I thought I hooked these up, man. I guess I didn't. Wow. Yeah, I
Apparently,
went inside.
pizza's there.
Huh?
Apparently, Larry's pizza's there.
Yeah, man. I met Larry like about a year and a half ago, man. Yeah,
Christy
and
Sabu?
Crazy Kid too. I met Crazy Kid before. I think.
Yeah, it was about a year ago because I started my channel a year and a month ago,
Right.
or a year and a couple months ago.
So, yeah, I ain't no strangers. Yep. It's good to see y'all. That's why I
Yeah.
popped up, man. Just to say what's up, hello for a while. I just got off work earlier, man, like an hour ago. I'm just out here, just sitting in the car, just enjoying this nice view, and it was kind of hot today too out here. Alameda, it was like 78 degrees, so 78. It's hot. If it's hot, that means it's hot in Oakland, anywhere else. Alameda is like the coolest place you could live in the Bay Area.
It was
Yeah,
like
we
80
about to-
degrees here.
Alameda.
We about the water. That's why you already know, huh? Who's that? Say Alameda. Dan.
Dan, yeah.
Sourdough bread. You guys got the sourdough.
Wish I could afford to live in the neighborhood, quite frankly. It's very nice there.
Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, the breeze, I can feel it right now. It's coming from the coast. The coast is
I
not too
can
far
hear
from
it.
here, a couple miles away, like 2 miles away from here. You got
All
water
right, guys,
all
I'm-
around us.
I'm
Yeah.
back.
Alameda's
Yeah,
kind of like
somebody
in
had
a,
the wrong
it's like a little
address and
peninsula,
rang my
sticks
doorbell.
out in the water. Yeah.
I'm about the Hornet. You know the Hornet, the
Yeah.
aircraft.
Don't you have water on three sides, right?
That's where I'm at. I'm about
Yeah.
the Hornet. The Hornet is about
Yeah,
4 minutes,
love it.
like about 4 minutes away from
Beautiful.
me. Yep. The
Beautiful.
Hornet aircraft ship. Yep.
Okay, what was that, Larry?
I said I had to go step away for a moment because I had somebody rung my doorbell, but he was at the wrong address. So
DoorDash
he goes, "Are
making
you
delivery
Brian?" I
in the
won't say
wrong
the guy's
place?
last name, but he goes, "Are you Brian?"
The
I said,
Amazon
"No."
guy.
No, it wasn't Amazon.
I had a guy trying to hand me a
Yeah.
Domino's pizza the other night. It's like, nah, not my house. I should have took it.
This guy had a big,
Yeah, I know, man.
big,
I know.
thick.
Last time they gave me the wrong
The,
mail, somebody else's mail. They just handed it to me. I'm like, it's not mine. But they just gave it to me, and I looked at it. I was like,
all
oh,
right,
okay,
Bobby,
I'm
you
gonna take
take
it. For
care,
you.
man. Bobby's leaving.
Yeah, take her easy,
Bye, Bobby. Bobby Brown. Nah.
No, I don't know Bobby's last name.
Yeah, I just
He's
guess.
a vlogger that lives in Thailand. He used to live in
Yeah, I got to get going too myself.
I got a big cut, man. Look, you want to see how
what
I
the
got
heck
this
you
cut?
do?
Oh,
I'm about to show y'all,
Yeah.
man. I'm about to show y'all. I was washing my car earlier. I was washing my car, man. I didn't wash my car about 3 weeks. Actually, more than that. It's white, so it gets dirty quick. But
Oh yeah.
these right here, look. I'm about to show y'all right now, man. What stabbed me to death? These right here. So look. This the garden right here. This the garden. I'm at the garden right here. But anyways, look. This is what stabbed me right here. Look.
Oh yeah.
This what
Cactus.
stabbed me, man.
Yeah.
looks like a yucca.
Yeah, it's sharp too. Woo wee! You don't want to fall on top of this. Oh man, it's like a needle.
Yeah.
Desert
needle.
plant.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah,
like a
it's
type
sharp.
of cactus.
It is. It's almost like a what's that?
That'd be good though.
Aloe vera
Yeah.
plant, the one that helps you seal your cuts up.
Yeah, but that don't have the spines on the end, do they?
Yeah, it does.
Sharp, man.
It almost looks exactly like that.
No, Ben, it wasn't the Mormons. It was some. He had a big old thick thing of papers in his hand, so I don't know if he was
Oh
Aloe
man.
vera. Aloe vera.
aloe vera.
Um,
Aloe.
yeah,
Yeah.
if it would have been somebody with a big stack of papers in your hand, I
My
would have been
LD,
like,
you take care.
yeah, see you later,
Thanks
LD.
for dropping in.
I'd have been
Yanni,
like,
how you doing, Yanni?
I'd have been like, like, oh no, Brian here, no, hell no. Unless that's like,
Yanni says,
like you're signing
alloy
over
plant.
millions of dollars, I'll be Brian.
How you doing?
But
Like I said, I
LD's
got
leaving
to get,
everybody.
I got to get
Said
Bolton
she's
here,
gotta
but
take care of her visitors.
yeah, I got to head out myself.
Take
Yeah,
care.
man, I
Guys,
Thanks for
say
dropping
hi.
in there, Crazy.
Yep.
Appreciate
Crazy,
it.
all right.
Everybody. Yeah, nice seeing you again, God Plan.
Yep. See you
You
again.
two already know each other, right? You two know each other,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, we met
Yeah,
through
yeah,
That's
Chile.
what I thought. You know each other from Jasmine.
Right.
Yumi
That's how I-
Mango.
But I got a bolt, man. I got to take off. Talk
Yeah,
to you
man.
guys
I
later.
just popped up for a little bit too. I just popped up just to say hi to Larry. I know Larry last time he wanted me to come up, like it was like a year ago. Oh, he's like, he'll hit the link.
Well, I'm
But I didn't.
on almost every Saturday, unless something happens. I'm on every Saturday, like I said, unless something happens. So you're
Yeah.
over
You do me a favor.
by any time and pop up.
Just to
I
grab
start
me
at
on a
7
plate.
o'clock New York
Oh.
time, which would be
Okay.
4 o'clock in California.
Right.
And I go for who knows how long. So
Are you
more than welcome to drop in anytime you want.
Okay.
God plan.
Yeah, I was just going through YouTube and I saw you live. I was just strolling through YouTube. And
That's fine. Like I said, I'm
yeah.
here almost every time.
Yeah.
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 Abby, I think you got it right. I think it's a suitor, not a visitor. But a suitor is a visitor.
Can be.
Yeah. she said, LV said she had to go. Because of her visitor was here, and Abby said, "LV visitor, not suitor."
Customer? Oh,
That'd be nice.
Oh, starting up already.
Be nice. Remember, be kind to each other here, people.
Be nice. Be nice.
That's right. Like you don't have to like each other. I'll say this, but you do have to treat each other with respect in my channel. You can dislike each other as much as you want. That's fine. But please treat each other with respect.
who's fighting?
Nobody. I'm just saying. You said something I wasn't too happy with,
Oh,
so I'm just letting you know. Be nice.
maybe she owns a sorry store. I don't know.
So she like I said, just be nice. She's a vlogger herself. Got a real good channel. She's really nice. She'll help you out if you're one of her supporters.
Yeah.
I mean, she's more than three. Oh, she's more than probably 10 times my size.
You
If
got me
not-
right here too. Look, another cut.
Yeah, I see that.
Another
Ouch.
one. Nah, because I was washing my car right there between that. I was washing my car, so when I was going between,
Sure, and your skin's wet and extra soft, and that little scratch. Ooh,
yeah,
no
yeah, it
good.
got me a couple of times. It wasn't the first time, so all right.
You need some Neosporin.
Yeah, it's a nice garden right here, man. This garden is so big. It's about like a football field. It's about less than that. Probably. I saw it one day. I saw a deer over here. I don't know how a deer got over here. A deer was out here, like in the island. I don't know how they got here.
California
They can swim.
weather is so
They
nice.
can swim.
No, I don't know. Somebody must have brought the deer, and the deer must have escaped from somebody's house. I don't think it got here on its own. through
Oh yeah,
traffic.
they get there on their own.
Oh yeah, they can swim. They're very
Yeah.
good swimmers. Yeah,
Well, yeah, that's probably the only way I could think. But
they can jump and all kinds. Yeah,
yeah,
but yeah, deers are very good swimmers.
I got a herd of deer on my lawn just about every other day.
I saw the deer twice. I don't see them no more. But one day I took a video of the deer, and I was gonna post it on my channel, but I never did. But yeah, I was surprised, man, to have a deer out here in the island. It's an island right now. It's an island. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's crazy, man. I don't know how it got here. I don't think it was swimming over here. There's no way a deer. It can't swim. No deer can swim.
Yeah, they
The
do.
deers can swim.
You
Yes,
think?
they can.
For real?
We
Yeah,
got
but not-
bears here too.
yeah, but
Bears
not-
can swim.
Yeah, but not the Bay Ocean though. Like, where's it gonna come from? How
Well,
far is it gonna travel?
How far is it from one shore to
They
the
can
other?
swim at least 7 miles.
Wow. Yeah.
So, like I said, depends on how far one shore from the other is. And he might have got in that water to get away from something and just can't swim until he got there.
Yep.
You know. Hey, Aileen. Aileen, how you doing? Welcome. We appreciate y'all coming. If any of you that haven't hit the thumbs up, if you would, I appreciate it. And I guess even if you hit the thumbs down,
Oh,
it's okay,
yeah.
but I prefer the thumbs up.
He's giving us an update on World Zoom. Wow. Okay.
Huh.
Philly in the Philippines. Really?
Wow, what's up with Brian?
I don't know. He's saying he's going to go. He's doing an update on World Zoom. I don't know what kind of update, but
He says
I'd be
he
interested.
said
if you
he's
get
going to
back
catch
there
the
and
action
what's
and
going on.
they'll give an update soon.
I know he was putting out that he was going to charge for viewer time if you wanted to have like his information
He can charge all he wants. I'm not watching.
and experience.
I'd already quit watching him before he got.
I'll give it for free if I know the
Outed.
answer to the question.
Foreigner in the Philippines or foreigner farming in the Philippines, Brian Smith, he went to all pay too. You can only see his channel now if you're a paying member.
Yeah, well,
He's channel,
desperate times require desperate measures. What are you going to do,
Yeah, he
Well,
kind of swims on his back.
You need the money. You need the money. I
Well,
mean,
another
I
thing
think
is
he's
you're
from,
gonna have
if I'm
enough.
not mistaken, he's from California also. He's from Chico area,
Yes,
something like that.
yes.
Chico's,
By way
yeah.
of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is, though, if you're gonna have a where everybody's gonna pay to see you, you better have a big following before you do that. Because once you do it, how you gonna get new people?
Oh, he has a big
I'm not
following,
gonna
but
pay for
not
something
Yeah, he
I've
anymore.
does.
never seen.
He does.
He has a big following, but not anymore. Everybody kind of fell off, and he's got a
Yeah,
handful
but
of
I'm
people
sure he
that
kept
always
enough.
send him lots of money.
Well, I've sent him. I'll confess, I've sent him a little bit of cash from time to time back in the olden days. Hi, Aileen. Nice to see you. I mean, I kind of like him. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah, he was always all right, but he got
great.
carried away with it.
Yeah, he's a folksy guy. And he's persevered.
I be wondering sometimes when people start their channel, right?
Yeah.
Like, do they think about it? Like what they really want, or like what's the purpose? Having what I'm saying, a channel or StreamYard or whatever. Like, cause I got a channel too, right? So, but I don't. Sometimes I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't really need YouTube money like that. I don't.
Well, this guy did every kind of farming he could do in the Philippines, from fish farming to tilapia farming to you name it.
Yeah, if you wanted to learn about what not to do, then you'd go watch his channel. That's why I
Yeah, it
liked it.
never worked out for him. Anything he's accomplished, and
just like to say it.
he's never had equipment.
But I
It's like
learned a lot. See, the
it's
whole
like
thing is you learn a lot from watching people, I guess, make mistakes, and so that's why I
You learn
appreciate
from
the
their
main
mistakes,
channel.
and you don't repeat them.
Yeah,
Hey,
you learn a lot.
Well, you think if you're going to grow vegetables, you might buy a micro tractor at least to plow
Well,
your field.
what I liked was the growing of the, when he was doing the fresh fish farm,
The
and he
tilapia.
lined it. Yeah, he lined it with the pool liners and stuff like that. And then he was trying to grow the protein, the food.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So and so it was interesting to me to watch that because I'd go over to Texas Filipino and he was doing the same thing, right? He was building ponds on his property,
and
then he
having
was also
probably lots of success.
yeah, exactly. And so watching the contrast between the two, it was very interesting. I learned a lot.
Brian
So,
Brian did well when he was taking the baby tilapia and selling them as babies, a fish fry. I don't know why he
yeah.
ever got out of that. He was doing very well with it.
Oh,
And he
there
had a
you go.
guy that would sell them to him wholesale. He didn't even have to grow them.
Yeah.
The guy
Yeah.
Jerry with the sand company in the Philippines there on Bohol
Yeah.
Island.
Yeah.
Now he's doing crawfish supposedly.
I got something I want to say.
Yeah,
So
I think Ben is right about that. You have to really know what you're doing. But see, Ben, he was a farmer. That's farm territory up north. He was growing, and I
All
think
right, hey guys,
doesn't he
let's
have
give
a degree for
God Plan.
state?
He's got something he wants to say before he splits.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
God Plan.
I just wanted to say, like, what y'all think about like the Filipino community, right? Like, they all, like, I understand it's poor out there, right? So they need money, and that's how people get like like a lot of their subscribers too. Tic tac toe. You subscribe to me, I subscribe to you, but it's all the same thing. It's all channels connect. It's really no content. It's just all back and forth the same thing. Hello, but it's different. When you like, let's say Larry, kind of right now, it's different because we're not promoting that. We like just being ourselves, talking and interacting, whatever, blah blah blah. But over there, it's mostly just that. So people skip channels to channels. They skip, they go here and they go jump to. So it's really nothing to to really, but just connect. But what my point is that why y'all think that people over there really, everybody over there is like have a channel. If not, they are working on getting one because they try to get their subscribers and make money. What y'all think they really about just, it's about, you think the money, right? I'm pretty sure it's the money, but I'm saying it's too many of them. It's too many of them, and it's connecting to each other. And I think sometimes they overdo it too much. I'm just saying
Well,
my opinion.
Brian was always good. He was always trying this and trying that, and for a long time, he had a lot of good stuff going on. But he
Well,
lost his way along the way, and he crashed.
I think he's talking about a lot of the Filipinos and the
Well,
Filipinos
a lot of them are
themselves.
doing the same thing,
Well,
sure, over and
Yeah,
over.
they are.
you
A
know, my
lot of them
thought
are,
on the
but
whole thing, my thought on your point there, GP, is that
They don't go nowhere. All they do is sometimes
yeah, but the motivation really is you're trying to let people know, number one, that you're alive, that you're there. That's the most important thing. Where before they didn't know, that's the benefit of having the internet open up, the entire world to you. And then when that happens, then it leads to other opportunities that come their way. For example, so you have a lot of people out there that in the West that they like to help people that are in a poor social condition, and so without them having to do anything other than ask for the help, as long as they have an avenue for them to deliver that help, and most oftentimes you're right, it's about money, then people from the West will send them money, and so the whole thing is it actually works out pretty good. In other words, they're there. They're letting you know that they're there. They're letting the world know. Sometimes, on occasion, they need help. They need help, and then
yeah.
in that way, that folks know you're there, and that if they want to, they care to, they will send money to them, and help a little bit. And a
I
lot
think
of times, it doesn't have to be a whole bunch of cash, just a little bit something
$2,
to get them.
$3, yeah, here and there.
Yeah. And so
I,
the motivation is not necessarily to make the money on YouTube or Facebook, but it's not to become like number one and then get rich, but it's more like letting people know you're there so that opportunities can come your way. Sometimes it doesn't come in the form of money. Sometimes it comes in the form of a job offer for them. And jobs are very hard to come by in the
Yeah, yeah,
Philippines.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I mean, I
So
do
you have
understand
to
that
be
part.
there. You have to let people know you're alive.
I think it exploded because of the great pandemic. That will not be named because you couldn't go places. And that was a way of entertainment.
Right, right, right. That's what I'm saying.
And
So
then it turned into a way to make money. So I think it started as, all right, I'm home, I'm bored, let's do something.
right,
We'll do
right.
this, and then they see they can
There you
make
go.
money. Well, they
Exactly.
get, and so it
And
grew
And
I
now
into it.
understand.
Facebook stars is the flavor of the month, and that's dying. So I don't know what the next thing that's going to be happening, but that's already a failed experiment. So I don't know exactly. Everybody's trying to emulate each other on social media platforms. So I don't know what the answer is going forward. But
Well, like I said, with me, if I never get to 1,000 followers, that's fine. If I do, that's fine. I did not start my channel to make money. I
Right,
started it to give me something to do when I finally quit working. I
yeah,
enjoy the live streams the most. I'm with Dan on that. I really enjoy the live streams. But like I said, mine is different than Dan's. Dan will have a topic and he'll talk about that topic. Mine is, hey, come on up and let's just bullet, shoot the breeze.
freeform, yeah, you have a
And
freeform.
talk, yeah, whatever. And all I ask is, like I said, you don't have to like the other person, just be kind. That's all I ask when you come up or when you're in my chat. If you don't like you have the right to block that person and never have to see what they say. You can do that. I had it done to me. Uh, Guy was an ultra liberal. I happened to be a little more on the conservative side, and I'm assuming that's what it was. And the only reason I know he blocked me is because I couldn't see him and he wouldn't see me, but I could see other people responding to it. They'd say hi, or somebody mentioned what he said. If I didn't remarks back to him or to him, I'd have never known he was there. And I was like, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. not everyone's going to like everyone.
Right,
And,
right.
I learned that many years ago. Like I said,
I mean,
had
the Philippines, though, also another point is they're the number one consumer of Facebook.
yeah,
And so, yeah, so right now, what's going on, GP, over here in the Philippines is that it's becoming more consumer oriented almost every single day. It's scary to watch. It's happening so fast, it would make your head spin. And that is going to have a change on the culture and the belief systems and the norms here in the Philippines. And I see it coming like a freight train. But folks most of them, they're already sucked into the system of things. They've started payday loans here. They have started home credit. They have started all kind of things, platforms where you could buy this, platforms where you could buy that. It's just crazy.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
but like what Larry was saying earlier, he was saying, yeah, they got time. They got time in their hands because they're not working. It's
well,
not too much out
American General's in the Philippines now writing microloans and stuff. I tried setting up my girlfriend with that a few weeks ago, and she thought she could go out and like she'd have to go out and write loans. She thought she was going to be responsible for the loan. She couldn't even understand the concept.
there.
Right, exactly.
That she would just
So
be the girl who handed out the applications and helped people get approved. She
yeah,
couldn't
it's scary
understand
what's
the
going
concept.
on here. It's scary. But no, in answer to your question, it's industrializing pretty quickly also, GP. So when you're saying that the jobs are not here, there actually is a huge emerging service economy. And what most people are doing is they're getting their 4-year education, they're moving to the city. Well, once they move to the city, once they get in that central business district and they start going to work, they start losing they start losing their roots very, very quickly, and they start adapting to that commercialism, that consumerism that is very, very much like it is in the United States.
Western, exactly.
Yeah, so you're starting to
They're
see
not the
prices of
province
goods and
girl
services.
anymore.
Yeah, that's right. There are plenty
Girlie
of
Cena,
places
hello.
for people that are thinking, I'm going to move to the Philippines because they speak English. It's a cheap place to live and those types of things. The cheap place to live part is starting to go away. There are 14 or 15 other countries I can think of that you could go to where they speak English and you can live a lot cheaper.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
like I said,
So,
my plan A is to the Philippines when I finally retire, but it's more for the weather. I hate the cold. I live in New York State. I'm from Indiana, so I've lived in the cold and the snow most of my life, except for when I was in the Navy, and I was in San Diego, California, for about 5 years. I'm ready, but to
You've
go
had
somewhere
enough.
and have yeah, but I mean to go somewhere warm here in the States, it's not cheap if you want a decent place to live. It'll be cheaper in the Philippines. It may be cheaper someplace else, as Dan's saying.
Man,
But
where I'm from in Oakland, man, it's like I was there 37 years, and expensive as
yeah,
hell, right?
it's
Oh yeah.
very expensive. I used
Crazy,
to
How much is
man.
a
live in the
one-bedroom
Bay
apartment
Area.
in Oakland?
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. But you know what? Well, I don't understand that.
I get you a
Oakland,
one-bedroom apartment here in Pennsylvania for 400 or 500. I get you a whole house to rent with 3 or 4 bedrooms
I already
for
know, man.
800 a month.
Yeah. That's how, but you see, it's perfect for when you have income and you're retired. I think it is
Pamela, how you
anyway.
doing?
And so
No,
I
but
wouldn't have any objection to living in a place that I could afford to live, and weather probably wouldn't be that big of a consideration. And so I'm glad to hear that there's still parts of the country left where you can have inexpensive housing because, let's say that I end up back in the United States. Well, I'm not moving back. I'm not moving to the Bay Area. I'm not moving to LA. I'm not moving even back to Sacramento. I can't afford it. I can't afford to do it. And
Anywhere
aside
in
from that, I
California is
don't want
expensive.
to afford to do it, because I've gotten used to this
out here in
lifestyle here.
Oakland, people out here scared, man. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
the
Yami, my for some reason my camera is freezing up. I don't think anybody else's is, but my picture will be frozen quite a bit. Once in a while I'll move, but most of the time I've been frozen. Uh, um, so
California is
that's what's going
expensive.
on there.
no. Look. What I'm trying to get at is that where I'm from, right? Oakland is like the number one robberies in the United States for years, man. It's like, you know, it always been up there like top one robberies, right? And it's a small town, and it'd be like thousands of robberies a year, right? But this year, it's like I don't know, man. Just things just start to like go south, man, because it's more crime. It's more crime. The crime is double than what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You got
Absolutely.
kidnaps. You got
Yeah.
people here raping people. You got Oakland is the worst freeway in the United States. Multiple shootings, man. All right. This kid just got shot on the freeway. This little 9-year-old, he's paralyzed. So we have multiple deaths, right, on the freeway. It's homeless all over, trash all over, right? Crime, carjacks. Carjacks are like 100% right now. Everything's spiking right now. So right now, the people that live in the Oakland Hills, right, in the in the rich
David,
neighborhood, they are getting scared right now because they doing home invasions, you know, up there in the hills. So now they are targeting them, the Asians community, the Asians. They targeting their house because that's where they keep the money. They don't believe in banks.
Yeah, they know they keep it in their mattress.
And right now,
Yeah.
man, it's wild out
Hey, I
here, bro.
gotta tell you, hearing you talk, it brings tears to my
It's
eyes.
wild here, man. It's wild. That's why I
Brings
don't go
tears to
nowhere
my eyes.
after dark.
Hey,
After a
if
certain
I
time,
mention this name to you, GP, you're gonna know it. I went to school with this guy, very honorable guy, one of the most honest guys I've ever met in my entire life. We did 4 years of college together. His name was Keith Batt.
now I don't know.
Keith Batt would have been the guy that started he's the one that he's the officer. He's the Oakland police officer that that reported his partners to internal affairs in the
Yeah.
rioters. Yeah, if you go back and you look, you'll see that Keith Batt was the key to that whole thing. The one that got Oakland under federal watch. You know, and so
Yeah.
I mean, I know what's going on in Oakland. let me
Every
tell you.
year, police chief they get like every year it's a different one.
Right,
Every year.
different one. They don't even hang around for.
And right now they're trying to get this one out out office because it's like, man, but you know what? What I keep seeing is that it doesn't help, man, because the crime is always there. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it's
the
pressure.
crime and the culture is always there. That's
It's there,
what the
man.
problem is. You have to change the culture, and you can't do that. You can't do that
It's too
overnight.
late for everything, man. That's
Too
all they
late.
know how to
Yeah.
do. You got people getting out of jail, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they're letting all these people out. Thousands of people out. What do you think? What are they going to do? They can't. They don't want to go look for a job. Half of them is going to go hit the streets and try to come up. You know, and they all. And not just that, but the laws are not strict. So that's why they are. You know. You know what I'm talking about. You know, Dan. They doing
Yeah, I
whatever
know
they
what's going
want.
on, man.
I don't
feel
go
for you.
nowhere, man. No
But
more.
it's the reason why I can never live there again. It's the
Oh,
reason
it's
why
crazy, bro. It's
I
wild,
can
man.
never live there again. Never.
Hey, parts of Florida are bad too. Let me tell you. I was
But I
in
love hearing.
Hollywood, Florida. Old people go out to dinner, 7 o'clock at night. They're coming home. People step out of the bushes with handguns and rob them, take them in their house, and take everything they got. And they leave at 8 o'clock with their car.
They
You know,
doing
I'm gonna tell you
carjacks out
something,
here, man.
PP. It's
They
a
doing
totally,
carjacks.
completely different world here. It's
Everything
completely
changing.
different. You
Everything
wouldn't
changing,
believe it.
man. Quick. The youngsters out here, 11, 12 years old, are doing crime. Like when I was around, when I was 14 years old, I was selling crack, but there weren't too many kids, was making money at my age. There weren't too many like people out there doing carjacks, right? I was just, I was one of the few. But now it's a whole different other, world because now they doing like serious crimes, right? And it's just different, man. It's different. So I don't go nowhere after dark, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I rather
Well,
just
you
chill in
got
my
out of
house.
that life, man.
Oh yeah,
you
I
got out
did,
of
man.
that
I
life.
did, man. I was out there, man. I was 14 years old. I hang around with black people. I was like one of the youngest one.
Well, that
And they,
was Plantation, Florida. Don't go out after dark.
I done did it all, man. I done did. I'm surprised I'm alive. You know, I could have been dead. Actually, I had like multiple lives right now, like over 10 lives or more. So I know that, man. I know that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes I can't believe I'm still here. You know, and you know, so yeah, because I know some people don't get that many chances in life, man. Where, you know, one mistake, bam, you know, that's it. Some people don't have
Well,
2 or 3. I have multiple incidents.
Plantation, Florida. All the condo developments got 8-foot cinder block walls around them. And if you go out after dark, the people come over from Sunrise, Florida. And it's like, don't walk down the street. It's the Wild West. You got to
Right.
stay in a gated community with security. It was nuts. Couldn't even walk over to 7-Eleven to get a soda. You get shot on the way back for like $50 in your pocket.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what? I seen this one kidnap, man. I was trying to save her. I got the license plate number and I called the police, but then they had guns. And I had my kids with me in the car, so you know I didn't want to like
Yeah,
intervene.
there's only so much you can do.
But it was this one white girl was walking. She was walking right in Oakland. This beautiful white girl, blonde hair. I'm called the street with my wife and my kids at the car wash, getting my car vacuumed, and she was walking. Next, you know, a van just pulled up next to her. One guy at the guy that's driving got out the car, went around and chased her, and then the other guy got out, and then they grabbed her and threw her. You know, they threw her in the van and drove off. Just the other week, you had a kidnap. Some girl got tossed up in the car, and man, I'm telling you, that's why. Like, I got 2 daughters, you know, and I'm glad that I don't live there no more. I'm fortunate that I'm over here. You know, somehow, like most people
Yeah, you
can't.
got out.
Most people can't get out. It's because they can't, and I understand because I was there for multiple years. You know, and you go to work, but you know, you always got that conscience. You can never be happy because you always have to worry, you know, over your shoulders. You can go to work, you can have everything you want in life, but just knowing that, you know, if you go to the store, anything can happen because, you know, I know it happened to me a couple of times. Walking to a corner store from my house, you know, and I'm getting robbed. So, you know, we know that, you know, it's just a matter of time. Whenever you got the wrong place, you know, things can happen. You lose your life for nothing, right? Happens all the times. My cousin was gunned down like that when he was 18, you know, lost his life over nothing. So I know it happens, but what I'm saying is that now it's like different. Now it's like my daughters, I'm glad they don't live there no more because, you know, like I'll be worried about them, you know what I'm saying? Walking out there to the store because you just never know. There's people out there lurking, you know. It was this one guy. This guy had a basement. This guy built in a garage. He built it like a cement, like with blocks, right? And that's where he had his, you know, the people that he kidnapped. That's where he had them at, tied up to a chair, and he had it like, I think he got caught. He got caught because I think the girl, she got away.
That was in the
Yeah.
Midwest.
What's
That
it?
was in like Idaho or something the other
Okay,
week.
well, that guy had ties to Oakland kidnaps before, in the past. So he'd been out here before, and that guy looked familiar as hell. Like I don't saw him before, you know. When I
Well,
was,
he was on Judge Judy and stuff even.
yeah, man. So you know, it's my point. My point is that, you know, it's like
Yeah, it could be anybody.
nowadays, man. It's like, you know, especially if you live in the hood, you know that it's not safe. You can't go outside, you know, without have to. And just knowing that you live there, it's kind of hard to be yourself and try to enjoy your life. You know, when you live in a nice neighborhood, you don't have to watch so much. You enjoy yourself
Well,
more.
they do now, brother. I can tell you that. They do now.
Well, you
It
can
ain't
buy
like it was even 10 or 15 years ago.
I'm 40 years old, man.
They
This
got
the most-
crime coming to coming to Folsom. They got crime coming to El Dorado Hills.
Right.
They got crime coming to Roseville, for crying out loud. Roseville used to be the place people would escape to, as far east from the Bay Area as they could possibly get.
Did
And
you
it
see
ain't
the
working
latest
no
thing?
more. It isn't working no more.
You can buy a 3D plastic printer with gun kits as a package for less than $500 online and make like 12 guns in a weekend.
But
Like,
Alameda is. I'll admit to you, GP. Alameda is a different world. You know, it's
Oh
one
yeah,
that I
yeah.
like. It
No,
is a
you know
different
what?
world.
Like
Yeah.
I'm 40 years old, man. I've been here about
I
a
mean,
year and a half, and I feel different now, man. I feel different that I don't live there no more in Oakland, man. Like I used to live in a bad neighborhood, right? It was a lot of crime, and
all the
give me an
pressure.
idea. What neighborhood? Give me an idea.
I was right there on Fruitvale East 27.
Oh, damn. Used to go into the Chinese restaurant on the corner right there.
Well, I'm from right down the
Fruitvale and
street by the
San
black
Pablo
fence.
Ave. Don't know if it's still there or not.
I live right there by the black fence, and
Yeah.
little apartments right there. Well, that whole place was
Yeah.
like it was bad, bro. It's known for everybody had guns, and it's just so much commotion, right? So what I'm saying is that when you live there, you gotta adapt to it, man. You try to be the best you can to be yourself, knowing you got kids, you still gotta go to work, but at the same time, so you still like gotta be yourself, but just knowing that you can't be, you can't be happy and comfortable because you guys, these criminals walking, in the main street walking around here, and they walk by, people walk by with guns where I live at right there on Fruitvale. So, and things happen all the times, man. There's shootings there. It was just, but what I'm saying is that now that I don't live there no more, now I got that weight off me. That
Right.
weight I had on me. Now I don't feel like that no more because now when I go to work, I feel comfortable. I feel much better than I did before.
Yeah, it does. It does change. That sounds very similar to what happened to me when I moved here to the Philippines. What ended up happening was all of a sudden this stress, this anxiety just completely disappeared. It almost
Yeah,
happened like overnight. It was like taking a deep breath of fresh air. It just was way different. It's way different. And so that sounded very familiar. But me
yeah,
knowing Alameda, knowing the difference between Alameda and Oakland, I mean, it helps me get a perspective on what you're talking about. I mean, for example, law enforcement over there in Alameda is way different the way they operate than over in Oakland. I mean,
oh
that's a
yeah, for
that's
sure.
big. That's a key factor. You have to
Oh,
admit.
you know what, Dan? You
Yeah,
on point. You on point because
yeah.
everything you saying about it, it's like you on the money. Everything you saying about it, like you're right, man. And so like
Well, it's
Dan,
like,
so like tell me, like, are you familiar for like how you know all this stuff, man?
Oh, because I used to work that area, that whole Oakland Bay area for a long time.
East Bay, the whole
Yeah,
East Bay, like
yeah.
so
I
you,
used to work the whole East Bay. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And I did it for many,
I
many
used to live,
years. And so,
I used to live in Emeryville. I was in
yeah,
Berkeley. I was in Oakland 37 years.
right.
Uh, I was in Berkeley for like maybe in a shelter. I actually lived in a shelter in Berkeley for 8 months. Then I was in Emeryville in a shelter too. I mean, because I couldn't afford rent. I mean, I had a studio at that time in Oakland. I was paying $500 a month, but then my kids, had started having kids. I'm like, I can't raise 3 kids in a box, you know. So I say, so yeah, man, we moved out of there, and I wanted to get out the hood because I'm getting older now. Like at first it was okay, but you grow out of it, man. Like you hang around with your friends, your cousins, you drinking. It's cool, but after a while, it's like, oh man, like you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to live a normal life.
Congratulations, man. You were able to do it.
You
Very
want to
few
like,
people are able to do it. You have to make a very dramatic move like what happened here. You have to leave the country. And that's kind of interesting because as Mac Daddy gives a perspective of what it's like to live in his part of the world, right? And then
sure.
I don't even know that it exists. In other words, I've learned a lot by listening to him talk. I didn't even consider that there are other parts of the country that you could live, you'll be okay, but because I'm all wrapped up in this little world, this little world that I live in.
yeah,
You don't realize there are other places that you
You
can
should look at
go where life.
Pennsylvania. You
Yeah,
think it's cheap to live where you're living there.
yeah.
Pennsylvania's a lot less to live here. And I don't know what do you do for a living?
GP.
oh, are you talking
What
to me?
Yeah, what do you do
Yeah.
for a living?
I live, I mean, I live here in Alameda, right? But I work in Pittsburgh
What do you work?
at a
Like what do you
warehouse,
do?
manufacturing. I work at a warehouse.
God, Pennsylvania, there's tons of manufacturing and warehouse work, and it all
I've been
pays
in there
decent
7
money.
years,
But
man.
they probably pay you a lot less than you make out there, but you need a lot less to live here. My total rent nut a month is only $1,200 for everything,
That's good.
and I live in a 4-bedroom, 2-bath trailer home.
But but the big difference is that when you're retired, you can live wherever you want. You see, and that's that's a
I'm not
that's a
retired
goal.
though.
See? When you're retired, you can live wherever you want.
Right,
So that's
Michelle.
the benefit. That's one of
I'm
the
just saying,
benefits.
if you got out of California and
Yeah.
came east, you'd
Yeah.
find a lot of work. Yes, you're going to have cold winters and stuff, but everything's affordable here.
Yeah.
That's the
So
only
that-
thing. That's the only thing with me is that I don't want to move. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I'm
That's
adapted.
usually most people's
The weather.
thing is
The
they
weather
love
is
where
so,
they live. They don't want to move, and so you found your spot. But
The
I
weather,
know that
man.
whole Pittsburgh area, by the way, Highway 4.
it's hot out there.
Antioch and all that. Yeah, I used to run Highway 4 over the bridge in Antioch almost every single day because I was living at the time in Sacramento. I'd have to race down that freeway, and see my folks in the East Bay, Contra Costa County, and then make my way through Oakland, San Francisco, all around there. So
Yep.
Well, I live near Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania.
I like Pittsburgh. I like it a lot. It's a clean
Hey,
Pittsburgh.
today
is a
in
clean,
Pittsburgh,
clean
it was
city.
100 degrees out there. And it was 100 degrees in Pittsburgh where I was working out today, right?
Dang.
When I left
Yeah.
work and I crossed the tunnel coming to the this
Yeah.
way, the temperature dropped by like 20 degrees difference, 25.
Oh yeah,
sometimes.
going through the Caldecott, right? Going through the Caldecott.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah, that tunnel.
you
the tunnel.
feel it.
And by the way,
I've done
everybody,
it.
Michelle
I know
said
what you're
hi.
talking about. I feel it. Yeah, I felt it. It's like
If you watch my
boom.
video, my channel, my video, I got one video where I go through that tunnel. You'll see it.
Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna look for it.
But you know
People-
what?
Yeah,
It drops the
It's
temperature,
God,
man. Like,
it's
wow.
channel's God plan.
Yeah, go to Oakland. Type Oakland first, and then type God Plan, and then that's how you'll
Okay.
find me.
Okay,
Yeah,
God plan. Got
yeah,
it.
that tunnel, man, it'd be scary because sometimes you got people going through that. That
It is
tunnel.
scary, man. I still remember the big tanker explosion in the day,
Right.
man. People were running like hell. I mean, it's still the same thing. It goes off like a bomb. It just shoots you out the other end of the tunnel. It's just like a big barrel of a gun. Very
Man,
dangerous.
They pass me up. I'll be like, if we get to an accident, something happen, we gonna be messed up because
Yeah.
we can only
Feetsies
go so
don't
far.
fail me now. Feetsies don't fail me now. You're running like hell to get out of there.
Man, so
Yeah, you're running like
I go through
hell.
that tunnel. I go through that tunnel 5 times, twice a day.
Wow, scary, man. I think about it every time I used to go through that tunnel. I'd be thinking about it.
Oh, and you know
I'd
what?
always be looking for my escape. Where's my
When you come out the
escape?
tunnel,
Where's my
when you come out
escape?
the tunnel, it goes
Yeah.
like this, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I seen a truck. Well, I didn't see it, but it was flipped over as I got out the tunnel. I guess because it turns like this and it flipped over in 3 lanes. Just imagine, man. This could happen. That tunnel's scary.
It's
But, yeah.
scary. You always have to have your escape plan in the front of your mind when you're going through it.
Yeah, but coming from Pittsburgh to Oakland, the
Yeah.
temperature drops by 25 degrees difference, man. Like
Yeah,
you know how,
I remember that from
Oh.
my travels. Yeah, I remember that. It just blows you away. That's a beautiful part about living where you're living.
right?
You got
Yeah.
that you got that 80
Hold up,
degrees
hold up.
all the time, right?
Hey, God's plan.
Go ahead,
Hey
Larry.
man, you know
Tell
what?
me
I got to
again
get
how
out
to
of here.
find
But
you.
listen, I am so glad that you dropped by.
Yeah, me too.
You're
I'm
gonna
like,
have a new channel member for sure.
my mouth's thirsty, man. It's time for give me a beer, man.
Well,
My
hold
mouth's
on,
dry.
God's plan. God's plan, don't do
Right.
that yet. I got
Oh,
a
I
guy
haven't-
saying
no,
he's
not
only
yet, not yet.
finding God's plan by Drake. So tell him again how to find your channel.
Oh no, just go to Oakland, type Oakland on YouTube and go God Plan, and then you should find me. And
Yeah,
then
there's no apostrophe S. It's just
I got a-
God plan.
I got a Bay. It says the Bay Area. It's a logo. It says the Bay. Yeah, Oakland, God Plan. Dan, you already found it? Did you find it?
Dan did. I have another. There's another
Yeah,
guy was saying he was having a hard time finding it.
No, just go to Oakland and you'll find it. Just stroll, and then once you see God's Plan channel, just just go to that one. It might take you a minute or two to see it, but it should pop up.
Well, the God's plan. That's why I changed the channel name from Lazy Larry to Lazy Larry Lee. Because if you typed in Lazy Larry, there's all these cartoons that you
Yeah,
would get to long before you got to me. By changing it
same
to
thing with
Lazy
me.
Larry Lee,
Yep.
when you type that in, you get me almost instantly. I'm the one that comes up.
Yeah, right. You're right. Because like me,
And
if I type God Plan, is Drake gonna come up? Drake, God's plan, like that. God's plan. Yeah, but yeah,
oh,
you got to put
Is
Oakland.
Drake gonna come up? Is that what's gonna come up? Drake?
Yeah,
if you
he
type
come
in
up.
God's plan, yeah, that's what you do.
No,
Oakland.
don't put God's. Put just God. God plan.
Yeah, just
Oakland. God
God.
plan.
No, yes,
No
God
gods.
plan.
Yeah.
No,
And I know you got at least Crystal's already connected to you.
So basically, what Larry was saying earlier, he started a channel, because he don't want to make no money. I'm the same way too. So I started dropping a video because I seen everybody else, doing it. I'm like, everybody got a channel. I'm like, okay, well, let me just, drop a video and then go from there, right? So that's
Well,
how I got started. But I was just doing it for entertainment, man.
my
It's
first
something to do.
video was to tell people why I used the name Lazy Larry. I used to go to this where I met Dan and Ed. We met, or Mac Daddy as it comes up there. We met in a live stream by Chris and Sabu.
Yeah.
And my name is Larry Lee, and that's what I went by. But there was a Larry G, a Larry B, myself, and one or two other Larrys. So unless you're listening closely, if you're talking to Larry G, Larry B, or myself, you might not have known who he was talking to. So I decided, well,
Oh, I
it's just
found
easier to
you.
change it to Lazy Larry. And that's why I changed it to Lazy Larry. Then I just told you why I changed it to Lazy Larry.
Wait.
It made it easier for you to find me.
Is this your
Yeah, Dan.
video? Oakland, California, USA, the worst place to live trash all over the city.
Yeah.
Is that yours?
Yeah, it's trash all over, man. Like it's just the city of Oakland doesn't care, man. But look, like I was saying, Oakland, they charge so much, they pay so much taxes, right? But why so like crime? It's like crazy. Like who want to live here if you're not safe, man? Everybody getting robbed. You're not safe.
Now, another person has a question. It says it has a trophy by it.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
Like I said,
what I'm saying is,
there was another guy trying to. Like I said, I know you got 3 people, if not more, trying to connect you. So I'm glad.
Yeah,
you came
I'm
up.
connected. I'm in there. So,
All right. So
all right,
Crystal
I got to
connected.
go, everybody. I got to get out of here.
I know
got chores I got to do.
It's Bavarian cream time. It's
all right, Dan.
Bavarian cream
See you
time.
again, Dan.
Take care.
Take
you,
care,
buddy.
Dan. We'll see
Okay,
you in your next
Bye-bye.
live stream, buddy. Dan
Take care,
does
Dan.
live stream. But like I said, hey, Princess Sarah, how you doing? Glad to see you. But like I said, Dan does his live streams. His is more informational. It's not a. He used to do a group chat like this, but he's gone the other way where he'll have a certain topic and he talks about that, and so it's more informational. Mac Daddy, I'll tell you that.
Mac Daddy.
He went that route, which is fine.
Mac Daddy, because that's what they call me in the hood.
And
Huh.
so now I know you got at least 3 people. David FP connected to you. Chris did.
Thank you. What's his name? David, you say?
David
Let me see.
FP.
Let me read the comments right quick.
go ahead.
Crystal's Adventure.
Adventure, Crystal Adventure.
Take care, Sir Dan. Yeah. Okay. What's the one that subscribed to me? Was it
There's got
Oh,
Dan.
David?
I don't know if he's in the chat or not. He's Dan and Minnie's journal or journey. Journal, isn't it?
Princess Sarah? Yeah.
Yeah. And then David FP is the other one that connected to.
You know what, Larry? Sometimes, man, like, YouTube, it is cool because sometimes when you want to mingle with somebody, right? Like yourself, you know, like I met you last time, and sometimes you meet different people, but sometimes like me, I just pop up in a panel to random panels, right? I don't do it all the times, but I only go to where I know I'll feel comfortable, and you go from
Yeah.
there. So that's what I do. I just pop up sometimes, but I gotta feel, you know, I don't want to just pop up with anyone, but I gotta like kind of like feel you out a little bit, and I don't mind, popping up and talking for a while here and
Like I
there.
said, you're welcome here anytime you want to pop up. You can pop up. If you just want to be laid back in the back of the chat, you're welcome to do that. And if you don't
Oh
want to
yeah,
show
yeah,
up at
yeah, yeah,
all,
yeah.
that's
Yep,
fine too.
yeah.
Uh,
I was just sitting in my car. I just got finished washing my car, and I was sitting here drinking my beer, and look, I'm still in my work clothes. Look,
yeah,
you see my boots. My pants still
that's
dirty. I ain't been in the house yet, but I'm glad. Um, it's Saturday. I got tomorrow off, then I'm back Monday again.
yeah.
So,
Well, see,
yeah,
I
man.
work I work Sunday through Thursday, and I work 3 to 11. So normally at this time, if it's a work day, I'm at work. So I'll
Right,
go to
right.
Dan's chat, but I'll just be
Your mic went out for a while. Larry, your last word? We didn't hear the last.
He's freezing again. He freezes.
Oh, he's freezing. Okay.
We're having thunderstorms out here, and the internet will go down for a few seconds
Oh,
when there's
okay, okay.
lightning strikes. I think that's what his problem is tonight. We haven't
News.
been able to diagnose him.
It says news break. Suspect charged. I guess it's a shooting. Man, it's always shootings out here. It's crazy. I always get a high alerts. Oh man, like sometimes there are times where I didn't like check the news. I didn't want no notification, no news media notifications.
Well, the city of Philadelphia's got air. I used to be from there. City of Philadelphia's got areas that are really tough too.
Yeah, but like I don't want that, man. It's like this time it's more than ever before. So I think I might just.
Philly's hotter than ever too. I mean, it's funny though. If
Oh, it's
you look at
everywhere,
the whole
man.
city of Philadelphia, it's all in like one little like 24 block area of
Right.
certain parts. It's
Yeah.
parts of like West Philly and Southwest Philly. The Northeast don't have that in Philly. It just depends on what neighborhood you're in.
Right.
And
Yep.
certain neighborhoods are getting worse all the time.
The hot zones. You got hot zones out here, like too out here in Oakland. You got areas where it's normally you got a lot of criminals, man, running around, lurking, looking for people to rob. You gotta understand, man. It's always people out there
I can
running around.
take you to 22nd and Lehigh in the city of Philadelphia. You drive down that street with ladders on top of your pickup truck, they'll chase you down the street to sell you drugs. I don't care what time of day you go. You go to
Wow.
other neighborhoods, you don't have that. And what's funny is the drug dealers that have taken over those neighborhoods have made the neighborhoods safer because they know if they got gun shootings and stuff like that, the traffic's going to stop. So they took control of all that. And those neighborhoods where the drug dealers are heavy are often safer than some of the Badlands
Yeah, yeah.
because
I
the drug
mean,
dealers don't want it. They want the business.
right.
And
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy.
yeah, man. I'm pretty sure there's people that get like that's all they know how to do, man. There gotta be a time in your life where you gotta change your route. Try, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
I did it
Well,
before.
I live in Western Pennsylvania now. I left the Philly area in the I-95 corridor because of the climate change and weather, all the hurricanes and stuff. I moved out here to Western PA where I'm in the mountains now. It's cooler. The weather's better. I got my kid out of the same thing like you were saying. I didn't
Right,
want them to get raised in that rat race jungle. And out
right.
here, it's nicer. There's manufacturing. The schools are better. I live out in the rural areas of Pennsylvania. It's different.
That's good for you, man. That's good for you, man.
Oh,
Because
sure.
because when people live in a neighborhood where they know it's violence, murders, shootings, you can't leave out the house, every time, feeling good about yourself, by everything,
It,
about life. You can't.
the kids in my neighborhood used to throw rocks at my family, rocks at my house. You call the cops, they're kids. You nothing you can do about it. After I
Wow.
left there, I moved to a neighborhood in Delaware, and that was like a crack infested neighborhood. All the parents were smoking crack, and the kids literally didn't have dinner and were running around in like just a pair of shorts all day long. It was crazy. And they didn't have any food in the house because the kids were so skinny you could see their ribs. And I
Yeah,
left Delaware
you know.
because I got assaulted by a crack dealer on my doorstep. Then somebody knocked on my door a week later and said, I want to buy your house. I said, good, I want to sell it. I sold it to the guy and moved out here to Western Pennsylvania. It's the best move I ever made.
Right now, Mac Daddy, we got probably the worst generation of kids right now.
Oh, it's
From like
crazy.
10, 11 years old doing carjacks, man. Robberies and shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
My
You know,
kid goes to school out here. He's learning to become an auto mechanic. He works on cars all the time. I moved out here for the right reason.
but you know what? It's because these kids grew up in the environment, man. Like they grew up seeing, you
That's
know,
all they know.
they grew up seeing it. So then, you know, um,
The streets are tough. That's all they know.
yeah. So when they got older, maybe their mom was on crack,
Sure.
whatever. Sometimes the whole family, it could be, they all could be drug addicts, man.
They're all
And just
drug addicts
imagine,
and drug dealers.
yeah, exactly. And then that's all you know. So then you grew up to be a killer because that's how you was taught. See, like Oakland mentality, like even mine, it's like we always got that, that murder. You know what I'm saying? Where like we quick
Oh
to
yeah.
shoot because the way we operate, the way we think. Because Oakland is different than any other city in California. It's like it's different. It's just different vibe. It's a different style, and it's just swag different. I hear they move different, man. They do things different. Like they don't care. Like they'll jack you in front of the light.
Yeah, they don't care. Life has no value. It's what you can steal from somebody.
And these kids, man, you got a group of kids right now. Every business in Oakland is getting ransacked. 7-Elevens, businesses. I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm saying. Everything is happening, man. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
stealing so much from the businesses that they're just closing and leaving.
It's so, man. They target everything. They
It
target.
happened in Bristol, Pennsylvania when I lived over there. They had a homeless camp out in back of Walmart. Walmart had so much stuff stolen off the shelves of their store they left.
They
If
leave
they
it
can't
empty. They leave
if
it
they can't
empty.
Alrighty.
make a profit, they're not going to do business.
Well, guys, I'm back. I'm still having trouble with the picture being behind where I'm at, but I had to shut it down. It was still up because you guys were here, but I had to shut my end down and then re-go in, re-enter.
Well, I'm getting ready to jump off, Larry. I got to do some stuff myself.
Well, that's probably getting close to time. We've been going now for almost
Yeah.
3 hours. Uh,
All right. Well, I'm about to head out
I
too,
know.
man.
I know.
It was
God
nice
plan wants
meeting
to
you,
head
though.
home, see his daughters.
Yeah.
And, I know you're getting ready to jump off, so
Yeah. But look, Mac Daddy. One thing I want to say, the Bay
Yo,
Area, they started, um, where like a group of cars, 20, 30 cars, right? They go from business to business, ransack everything. This is where it started here in the Bay Area, and then other cities start doing it too.
oh yeah, they show it online around here. They're doing it out here too. They
But
go
this is
to
where it
the
started
store at
at.
the mall. 50 people walk in and they grab
Hundreds.
all the expensive merchandise they can grab. Then they all run out the door at the same time.
They
Zoom.
still doing it out here. This is where it started in the Bay Area, in Oakland, especially. And then I saw literally 50 cars one day when I was
They
driving.
call
here,
it making
Tim.
a run on the store. They advertise it online. They all show up and they make a run.
Yep. So It's like wow, man. Like I seen 50 cars one night. I'm like, what's going on? Where all these guys going? They ran the red light, just shh. Next, you know, I see them broke into a store and stole every shoe they had in there in the store. Wiped
They're
it out.
killing. They're killing
Wiped it out.
American retail, and everything. That's why everything's going to go to prepay Amazon style delivery.
Oh yeah, because the brick and mortar is getting robbed blind.
But the laws, Mac Daddy, but the laws are not
We're not
you
strong
know,
enough to stop them.
right, exactly. That's why they like, you know, they doing what they doing because they know they're not gonna get punished, you know,
The
if they
most
rob
they
somebody.
can throw you in jail for retail theft out here is 6 months, and that's after they convicted you like 5 times.
Right.
You
Crazy,
know,
man.
they hit you with like 30 days, 90 days, a couple times, and then bam, 6 months. And you know what they're doing when they're on their way home from doing 6 months? They're
Grabbing
stopping
more
at
stuff.
Walmart to go steal.
Yeah.
And who's going to stop them? You're standing in line to pay for your merchandise at Walmart, and there goes people walking out the door with, you know, whatever under their arm.
Oh, sometimes it's right in their hands. They're not
Well, so
hiding
if
it
they're
at
holding
all.
under their arm, Larry, they're not hiding it.
It's just
They
that they're
got
not
you.
hiding it.
Now they got whatever they can carry walking right out the front door.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the time the cops get there to stop them, they're already gone.
Yeah. That's if they even show up.
Out here, they show up, but
Yeah.
they
No,
ain't
they
stopping.
don't.
Not
They
everywhere.
don't. They don't, man. They'll
Like I
show up
said,
like an hour later or next day. Literally, yeah, you're right, man. I hear it. Like that's why they complain out here so much because they're paying all this tax money, and the police don't even come and help you
They
unless
showed them.
unless you got a gun or a knife. That's the only way they will come. If you
They
call,
showed them at Home Depot the other week with a shopping cart full of tools, over $3,000 worth of tools. They pushed it out. Somebody pulled up in a van. They threw the whole shopping cart, tools and everything, in the back of the van and drove off.
I seen this one guy. He had about like 20 cases of beer, right? 20 cases of beer, and just
Well,
walked out with
yeah.
his car. Ain't no one gonna touch
Why,
him.
Crystal?
No one gonna touch him because he's masked up. He's covered up. You know, right? You don't want to
Well, pop a
intervene.
cap in you. You're done.
You don't want to intervene. You don't know that guy could have. You know, yeah. They're
He
not.
could have a gun. You don't know what he's doing.
Go ahead, take it, man. I'm telling you, that's why everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
They
so
realize you're not going to stop them.
and not just that, but everything's so expensive, man. Like people ain't gonna be paying no, you know, something they could just, you know, like they're not. They're right to steal it. You know,
Yeah.
Well, you know
they
what's funny? The other year when they gave everybody stimulus money, everybody on my street went out and bought computers, TVs, whatever. I bought property. And I took my property the other day and I sold it, tripled my money. And that's doing it
right.
the old-fashioned way, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, everybody's just stealing everything retail.
Yep. It's crazy,
That's
man.
it.
It's things changing, man. I don't think it'll be back normal again. You know, right now we at the peak of the mountain. Like, you know, like we can't go no farther than that. We already kind of, you know, we already screw up. You know, might as well.
Well,
Like,
the next problem they're going to have is after the older folks start dying off in a few years, the population's going to decline. It's already happening in other countries, and that's going to change everything too.
right?
Because
Yeah, man.
there's not going to be all the money available to do anything. It's going to put more pressure on everything.
There's going to be fewer people wanting to work. A lot
That's
of the younger people, not I won't say all, but there's a lot of younger people that don't want to work. They think they should just stay home and get paid for it, or like GP says, go out and steal it.
well, you know, they got crimes. They got like charges, so they can't go to like a regular place and, you know, and get a job. They know that they
That's
can't
right.
go, you know, and it's a certain few that do want to change you know, their ways and live different, but at the same time they stuck around their friends,
They
you
got a
know,
couple felonies on them. They can't get a job.
and all it takes one little mistake. Oh, okay, let's go. Boom.
I've been
Next minute,
thrown
you
in
caught
jail
up.
over driver's license bullshit. Never had a felony charge. I can't apply to bigger companies. They won't hire me.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So
And I don't have a felony. I have misdemeanor driving without a driver's license charge. And I even got my driver's license restored. They still won't hire me.
this cop in Oakland told me, because that cop, he took me in jail years ago. And I was talking to him at Walgreens because they were putting police in every Walgreens in Oakland. Like because like the
Yeah, Walgreens
security
pays for
guard
the
wasn't doing nothing. Right, because the security guard wasn't doing nothing. Security guard wasn't doing nothing. And they closed out of Walgreens because a lot of people were stealing a lot of stuff. So they hired police. They hired police,
And it still ain't stopping it.
So, but no, they did. Kind of, I'm pretty sure he did. But once they left, like police ain't gonna be there all the time. For they were there for like maybe 2 months, but they left. They're not gonna be right. So, but what I'm saying is that that's how bad it got, Larry. You know what I'm saying? Where they have to have Oakland police come and try, but that's one officer that it takes for them from being in the streets, right? So you know what I'm saying? So it's terrible, man. It's terrible.
Well, in Virginia, you can hire police. You can hire literally like the local police. If you'll pay their salary plus another 20%, you can hire them to protect your store.
Yeah, man. But you know what? People don't care, man. People just still don't care. They'll fight. They'll fight. I see all the times. I see people don't care. They'll walk out with anything they want.
Sure do. I see
They
it all
won't.
the time too.
They wish somebody, man. Like I done seen workers got socked, hit because they were trying to intervene. I told this one guy, like, man, look, it's not your job. You know what I'm saying?
Oakland Bay Area is so well known for all that going on.
Right.
We know about that going on out there, all the way across the country here in Pennsylvania.
That's crazy. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
No, and right now, this year, you got like double of the crime than we had last year. Like everything's like 24% more than last year. So
what are people going to do when like they can't afford a house and they're living in a tent on the sidewalk?
you know what it is? All them people that committing crimes, they're all struggling because if they wasn't struggling, if they were somewhere, they wouldn't be doing that. So everybody feeling the pressure, the struggle, out here because the price, man, the price is so high. That's why everybody, can't afford it. So the only way they know is,
the only way they can get it is steal it.
Right. Easy too. They don't got to work for it.
It's going on in South America for years.
Right. So Mac Daddy and Larry, I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all again.
Take care.
I'll see y'all again, man.
Thanks for dropping in, man. Take care.
Yep. I'll see you again next time, Larry. All right. All right, Mac Daddy.
Pull up your channel up.
All right.
Take care.
Peace.
Larry, that's interesting.
What's that?
Well, there's a guy who was born in the hood, raised in the hood, and got out of the hood.
Oh, yeah.
Still can't get away, though.
Yeah. Well, that, like I said,
he's trying.
He's trying.
And I give him credit for that, but, it's the way it is.
Yeah. Like I said, I met him through another YouTube channel. And
it gives me a lot to think about because, I live here with Junior.
Yeah.
I got Junior out of where we used to live because the kids weren't good. Then I went to Delaware. I even lived in a great neighborhood there, but where I lived wasn't good. And then I came here. And it's still limited here. There's a lot of drug addicts and a lot of drug dealers here. But I keep him away from all that. Do what I can, It's not easy, though. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, I know you got stuff you want to do, and it's been over 3 hours. So,
God bless
everybody. I want to remind you: be kind to each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay healthy, and as always, try to have fun. All right, everybody. Take care. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.